right, going live here. Going live. Getting my monitor set up here, making sure we got it all working. Let's see here. Go to my channel. Okay. Gonna do a quick audio check here. Check, check. Hope that sound is coming through for you guys. And we'll be starting in just a moment here. All right, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. All right, so my stream's up. Just gonna verify my audio real quick on my second device here. And then we'll get started. Okay. Just do a quick audio check. Oh, excellent. Sounds like audio's coming through. Let's check it in the game. And then we'll be all set to start. Oh yeah, I hear that actually it's a little loud in here. I'm gonna turn this down. Okay, let's go to 5. There we go. Okay, great. Okay. All right, we are good to go. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ross Shabilsky. I am the founder of D20 Studios. We're a small indie team out here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Currently working on our next title, Summoner's Fate. It is a turn-based strategy deck builder game about winning in the most weird and creative ways possible. So this is kind of like a mashup of a D&D style tactics game combined with card gameplay mechanics, collecting, deck building, that kind of stuff, all in one kind of awesome experience. It's played from a top-down perspective, and the characters look up at you literally to command them from the sky like a god. And so in today's episode of Develop with Ross, we're going to be working on adding some new levels. I'm excited. I got the idea yesterday. I was on a stream with the TurboPlay guys, the Cat and Kermit show, and Cat had suggested, asking about how many levels are in the game, and it got me thinking, like, yeah, we should probably add some more levels to this game. Up until now, we've been working primarily on adding new cards, characters, and content, and it hadn't occurred to me that levels are an important part of the content as well. And so I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and make some new levels today, and then so what we'll do is we'll work on creating some new levels together. I'm hoping to get your guys' thoughts and ideas. It's both easy to do with the tools we've created, but yet deceptively difficult because a lot of thought goes into things like creating levels that feel unique and different from the ones we already have, as well as making levels that feel balanced and interesting and exciting and sort of distinctive from the current levels we already have. So those are both challenging design tasks that we'll get to take on today. And then at the end of the stream, as always, we'll be pushing out the new DLC, so you'll actually be able to play all the new levels in the game and get your feedback to me, and we'll make changes and adjust course as we've been going about in our development process. So for those who are new and join the stream, you can learn more about the game we're building at summonersfate.com. I've got the website up now. We are not officially launched yet, but we do have the game available in pre-release. So if this is something that interests you, you can join us on our website. We got a great community of players kind of building up. We've got links to our Discord at the top here that you can join our chat channel there or follow along on our Twitch streams. We do this weekly, and it's a pretty exciting chance to participate, whether you're a fellow developer looking to see kind of how we do our process, or if you're a player that wants to have take shape on a game being developed, this is an awesome opportunity to do that. All right, so let's get into the process here. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Tools app here. So this is the D20 Studios Definitions Editor. This is a tool that we've been building concurrently with the development of our game. And the reason I've created this tool is that we have plans to service Summoner's Fate for the next several decades, adding new content to continuously change the experience, create new interesting content, and we wanted to be able to rapidly deliver that new content to our players without too much hassle. So what this engine is capable of doing is delivering over-the-air updates. So the game will actually ping the server, and if there's new content available, we'll download just the files necessary to get the new content in there, and then you guys will get to play all the new stuff seamlessly within the game. And it does this in a very highly efficient way. We've come up with a graphics pipeline that's very minimal on file size bandwidth, so we can do things like deliver full-on game expansions, hundreds of characters, new game VFX and logic, and it's only a few handful of megabytes as opposed to the gigabytes that you might typically see in DLC updates for games. So this editor is capable of all kinds of cool things. We use it to build our units, new characters, new spells. I mentioned game logic as well as levels. And today we're going to be working on new levels. So I'm going to go to the maps here. And I'm going to scroll down and we're going to look at some of the existing maps. Specifically today, I wanted to create some new maps for our multiplayer. We have about 20 or so maps right now. And when you go to play a multiplayer match, it just sort of randomly cycles between them. There's a wide variety of different terrain types, different map sizes. And so I figured we'd start there, kind of showcasing what we've already got so we can start to develop some new ideas for what might be fun to put into the update. Okay, so we're gonna view these in different ways here. So I'm trying to think what would be most helpful to view these in. Our game supports a wide variety of devices. We're on both PC, Mac, and both of the mobile platforms, Android, iOS. And the game also supports multiple orientations. So you can play it in landscape mode and portrait. It'll even do the opposite, landscape left. So if you're left-handed and you want to play from the opposite side, you can do that too. So I'm trying to think which one would be most helpful. I suppose most PC players and even a lot of our mobile players would probably be playing in landscape, so maybe that would be the best one to sort of scrub through. Although it's kind of funny, I think the design of this is geared at designing in portrait mode because that's how the palettes and everything are sort of set up. But right now we're just going to browse, so I'm going to go ahead and put this like that, and I think I can make this a little bigger too as well, so we'll jump that size up. So it's a little bit easier to see sort of what's on the maps currently, and then we can kind of talk to it. So and let's see, this is the whole map list here. Some of these you won't be able to see because they're cropped to the bottom, but it looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 20 levels. Okay, so 20 levels exactly. And we're going to be going through some of these and then seeing what new types of levels we can create. All right, so this one looks like it's we got to look at a couple things here. There's playable space and then there's the border at the top. When I design these levels, I tend to draw a little bit outside the playable space of the map so that on different aspect ratios, the map seems or feels contiguous and you don't see like black space on the edges on the sides and such there. So it looks like this map is a playable space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 by 9. Okay, so this is probably, I would consider this to be like our medium-sized grid. We've got a smaller one that goes 5 across, and then the largest map we do is 7 across here on the shortest dimension. So looks like this map we've got a dungeon setting. We've taken use of the tint here. We've got some obstacles, notably these spike traps in the middle. This one's dubbed the Armory because there's a lot of weapon racks. Eventually, we're going to be adding support to actually collect weapons from these nodes here. All right, so I just want to get a sense of, again, sort of what we've got in our collection. Let's go look at some more here. So this one is the butterfly forest, and it's going to just raster that here. And so this one looks like we've got an outdoor setting. It's It looks like it's at our standard size map dimension, our 5 by 8 playable dimension. You can tell the playable dimensions, by the way, based on the shaded area here. And I can even make that more prominent by changing this darkness tint on the border. So you can kind of see there's a focus on where the actual playable space is. So we got an outdoor map here, and let's go to the next one, Desert Road. So it looks like this is also going to be a 5 by 7 or 5 by 8 playable space. We got a desert map. Desert Sands is another one. So this is another desert map, a little bit more open here, but we've got a few cacti and things like that. And then the Dreadnought Dungeon. We've got a map here. This one's another interior dungeon map. Smaller, but with some floor traps and other obstacles in there. These little blockades are also cool because they also block line of sight. All right, we've got a fall scene here with some of the VFX of the leaves falling. Let's see here, the Gladiator Pit. This one looks like a larger map. So let's see, what's the playable size here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so cool. This is a example of one of our larger maps here. So I believe it's 7 by 11 playable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7 by 11 playable. Okay, cool. And then Grass World, we've got, all right, so this is another standard size 5 by 8. Hidden behind the trees. This map always creates a lot of controversy. Oh, no, this isn't the one. There's another one coming up that has the controversy where I play with the spawn points. So you can kind of see here, these different models here represent the spawn starting area. So these can be very specifically placed. And Meltros has joined the stream. Welcome. Good to have you here with us, man. Excited to be making some new levels, and I can't wait to get your feedback on what kind of new levels you'd like to see in the game here, because we're going to be putting all of the new stuff we make today into the game after the stream. At the end of the stream, actually, we'll be doing it together. So I'm hoping to get you guys some new levels. Maltros has been a long-term player within our community. He's been with us since our first game, Hero Mages, so that's over a decade of player loyalty there, and we're so appreciative to have him in our group. He's also a fellow streamer. He's got an awesome stream you guys should check out. A fellow believer in the UFO conspiracies, and just a great overall guy. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and look at some more maps here. Right now I'm just sort of cycling through. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream we've got about 20 levels in the game currently, and I wanted to sort of showcase what we currently have in the map list, so that we can kind of get an idea of the type of variety we want to create to diversify and make it so that the new maps feel distinctive. Maltros says, "Thanks, Ross. Yeah, of course, buddy. It's so great to have you here with us. Really appreciative to our awesome player community. We've got such a great group there, very active in the discussions. They've provided so much support to me and so much help and insight in making the game a better experience, and I'm really appreciative of that." So this one is a snow map, the Icefall Lake. You got the snow VFX here, and it's again looks like the standard size. I would probably say most of the maps in the set we have right now are the standard size, 5 by 8 playable. So sort of 3 map dimensions I'd say we're targeting here. There's the 5 by 8 playable, there is the 6 by 9, and then there's a 7 by 11 playable size. So the kind of small, medium, large sizes. Okay, here's another map we've got currently. This is the Jungle Ambush. And this one is kind of interesting. This one actually creates a division in the map with this wall here. So it's kind of exploring some different ideas of you're close, but you're really not. And then it's got these various traps that cause poison. So there's all kinds of interesting things going on. Let's see, Jungle Bloom. This one definitely causes some controversy because the starting player, I should always mention this too, whoever is the green team is always going to be player 1 in this game. So the player 1, and I'm curious why do we mean to do left here? Yeah, this is usually how it plays out. Player 1 will always start on whoever's playing the level will always start on the left or on the bottom because it'll rotate the screen relative to your starting position. But we like to make the player 1 starting sometimes a little bit disadvantaged because having the first turn in the game is very advantageous. So in this particular level, we sort of crippled that by having the poison pods adjacent to the starting zone so that you have to make a conscious choice to move out. No camping or turtling here. All right, so here's a couple more maps. I think we're almost through the list. This is the Lich King Lair. This is actually one of my absolute favorite levels, where the player, and it's just because of these two spike things here. It's amazing how, even though it's a small map, these two blockades here create all kinds of interesting variations in gameplay because you can push people into them. They also kind of divide the map in an interesting way where there's these three choke points you have to go through to attack either side. So this is definitely one of my favorite levels to play. We got the ruins here, so this is kind of like a combination of a jungle and dungeon, like an outdoor dungeon ruin temple with some traps, and then a lot of obstacles that block line of sight. So again, very interesting. Almost creates like a circle around this central trap area here. And then we've got the Skeleton Crypt. This is another dungeon level with just a destroyable obstacle and then some spike traps. The Snow Pass. So this is our second snow level. So I think we've got 2 snow levels so far, 2 deserts, 2 jungles, 2 dungeons. So you kind of see a pattern here. I tried to go for diversity in the initial set. So we can kind of think about that when we're going through making new levels. We want to have maybe add one of each type of environment so it feels like we're kind of expanding the set. Now this is a weird one. I believe this map was originally something I had used to create a mock-up of a single player or something we use for a video promotion because it's still using the old school spawn points. And it's funny, I think I've seen this one in rotation do some weird stuff where it spawns the heroes like further out in the field. So maybe we'll go ahead and adjust and fix this one today too so it's consistent with the others. All right, so tree sentinels. What's this guy here? Yeah, this is the one here that causes a lot of controversy. um, I wanted to experiment with the idea of having maps that were not in balance. Everyone always sort of assumes that maps need to be symmetrical in order to be fair and good and all that stuff. But one of the things I like to do with Summoner's Fate is sort of challenge the status quo, challenge what players expect because it creates interesting surprises. So I get tons of feedback on this level. People be like, wait, why is my guy all the way out over here next to the other team? And it sort of throws them off. And it's definitely weird, but I like that. I like that tension is there. And so I've sort of asked players, try it out. Let me know if you see if it actually feels imbalanced or not. There's a lot of randomness that goes into a game like this in general because you shuffle your decks, you don't know what cards you're going to start with, and even though this feels very unnatural from a typical, like if you're playing a FPS, you want everybody balanced, the map symmetrical, and all that. But I like to believe in the idea that combat, warfare, battle, and such is not always interesting. It's not like a chessboard, right? You don't start with the perfect square and perfect teams. Real life battlefields are chaotic, and sometimes a team may have an advantage over others. And so I like to play with those different types of things, especially because, like I said, the randomness of what people bring in their decks already creates a lot of differences, and how your deck is shuffled could probably have a much bigger impact on how the battle goes than just what the starting location is. So it's kind of fun to play with that. The jury's still out on whether this is considered a positive thing for players or not, but certainly something that I like to explore when we do these type of things. All right, so I think we got 2 left here. This is the Wasteland. So this is a level that's kind of more like a different. We went with a more pure dirt texture, dead trees, wasteland-esque, I guess. And another interesting one where a lot of the level's terrain is blocked off by trees, but these can of course be destroyed to create more movement paths. And then our last one is our largest map, the Winding Mountain Path. This is a lot of players like this one because of the size. There's a lot more room for movement and for hiding behind things and tactical placement. So this is probably a good example of a large map that we can create. And yeah, so there you guys go. That's sort of what we have now. And again, I like to do this exercise to just refresh myself and sort of give everyone an idea of the types of things we've created so far, so that we can kind of start with that in mind as we go to create these new levels. All right, so that being said, any thoughts? I know Meltras is here. Do you guys have a thought on what kind of level we want to make? So here's some ways we could start. We could go small, medium, large. Maybe we could start with a medium-sized level since I think I only saw a couple medium-sized levels, and maybe it'd be interesting to add some more of those. So I guess I'll pick the first parameter. We'll say we're going to make a medium-sized level, So we'll make it's going to be a 6 by 9 dimension grid. And do we want to make that level a winter themed level, a desert themed level? Do we want to explore maybe some new type of terrain? We can play with our paint systems here. I'm going to go ahead and kick this back into portrait mode so I can see the tool palette here while we're working. All right, and there's portrait mode. Okay, so I'm going to start out by going ahead and finding one of the maps that's got a medium size. Maltros says some lava type terrain would be cool. Oh, absolutely. Lava terrain would be fun. I do have a lava in a tile we've been experimenting with. I haven't put it in the game yet, only because we have yet to figure out how to artistically represent it. It's just, and maybe we can play around with that a little bit. I'll make an attempt for you, Maltros. We'll see if we can get it to look good. If not, then we'll interchange the lava with some other type of trap, maybe like the fire traps or something. Um, just because, yeah, water and lava, for some reason, liquids in 2D are really hard to do with VFX. And then the other challenge is not just the fact of making the tile, but it's also, I guess, what happens to the character models when they walk onto it. Because I guess I would say, like, when you walk on water, should it have a shadow or not? In fact, maybe I'll give you an example of one we were trying to work on that was kind of a cool water level, but I didn't put it in there yet. Let's see if I can find this. Yeah, it's just the swamp level. Yeah. So here's a really interesting level that we tried to create that had water VFX in there, and I'll kind of show you sort of the aesthetic problem I have with a level like this and give an idea. I should probably change my team to something that looks a little bit more like a good starting team. Red Dragons you typically wouldn't start with. Maybe we'll make this be a... Who would start with the bug? Cleric? Let's make a cleric start with the bug. And maybe we'll put in a... Oh, who can go with him? Let's put a barbarian with him too. Just so the team's like not so... There we go. Alright, so now you can kind of see an idea. So here's a level where we've got water VFX here. And this one here is using a really simplistic frame by frame animation. So you can kind of see the water slowly animating there to create little ripple effects. But what we're missing here so far is this. This feels very weird to me because they've got, number one, a shadow walking on water. The sound effects are totally wrong because you would expect like almost like a squishy splash sound. And then the other thing that we haven't done yet is create, I guess, what would be like the ripple. So I'm kind of thinking back to like one of my favorite classic games, the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, where it's so weird to think back that like a game that old did it so well. They had like the concept of a shallow water and a deep water, and when you walked in the shallow water, it would actually create these little water ripples that would sort of come out of their feet, and you'd have like the little like almost like ducks splashing in a pond sound, like a pluk, 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 when they walked. And so we haven't added that yet. And then also the shadow feels weird because you wouldn't see shadow on water VFX. So same kind of problem with the lava. I'll throw some lava in here to kind of show you what that looks like. So this is like a lava tile. This is a similar lava tile to one that we did with the water, basically just tinted it red. And you can kind of see the same problem, like if you walk on the water lava here. I think this will actually damage you. Oh no, I thought I had lava programmed to deal damage. Maybe I didn't. It should be setting you on fire. Maybe I have to restart the test to get the trigger to come up. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So not sure it didn't activate the trigger. So lava does burn you when you walk on it, but you can see it doesn't look very aesthetically good. So we tried another thing here. We have this VFX we can create, and I believe I've got some lava. Let's take a look and see. I'll show you some of the experiments we've done with lava. This has been one Peter and I have been just like butting heads and trying to figure out how to make this represent. We've made several art attempts at lava, and it's really hard to draw lava that looks good in a 2D top down. So let's see if I'm not sure what these ones look like, but all right. So there's a lava VFX we attempted to create it. You can see again it gives it a little bit of more like flashy lava look, but again it looks awkward. And then see if I can do this. This one's a little bit different. So you can kind of get a sense of some of the different things we've attempted here with lava. That's a little more interesting. Um, Here's some other ones. This one's a little more subtle, but same kind of a thing where it's sort of like bubbling, creating different VFX. Let's see some other ones. Not sure what this one was. This one's a little brighter. So you can kind of see where we played around with this a little bit. This one's almost like too much. Finding that right blend of lava that looks, this one's a little bit more hazy, you know. But again, it's not something where we feel like we've got it just quite ready for prime time yet. So there's some other ones. If there happen to be any 2D artists watching that have done this kind of animation before, man, I would love to pick your brain because we have struggled with that one. Lava is tough. So there's just a few different ones there, and so you can see there's a problem. It's either too subtle where you can't see it, or it's too in your face. But having that right blend where it doesn't contrast too much with the characters. But then it's also, like I said, that reactionary piece. When you have characters walk on it, what exactly should happen? Like, I almost imagine there could be two types of lava tiles. One that's sort of like a lava crag, like almost like you'd have like a cave with melted glass and you'd have little veins of lava running through. And maybe those tiles you could walk on but could still cause damage. But I mean, if it's a pool of lava like that, I don't think you should be able to just walk on it because that feels really strange. Um, I would expect this character to like sink into the lava and whatnot. And that's another big question we haven't figured out yet is what happens when you knock somebody into a deep pool of water? Do they go into like a swimming animation? If they fall into lava, do they just die and immolate in fire? I don't. Are they? Maybe we have them pop out. We have experimented with this effect before where we've got this. Oh, I see he burned to death. I've got these little distraction tiles. So what's cool about these is you walk onto them and it's like, ow! And he can walk on them, but he just sort of pops out. So I kind of thought maybe we could do something similar with lava where they get knocked onto it, it burns them, and they sort of jump out of it with a little bit of fire on their butt, kind of a thing like that. And just some ideas there. So that's the lava. We've got it. We've got the concept there. We've got some VFX for it, but it's not quite ready to make a full-on lava map yet until we can solve that problem. Maybe what we'll have to do is put some of these VFX on to our dev blog and on the TIG forums. Maybe some developers have done this and can share what we need to do to fix it. Because we've struggled with that for a long time. A lot of hours went into lava. All right, so let's pop out of this. We're gonna go and actually make a map now. I'm gonna go and find. Okay, let's see here. What's one of those medium-sized maps we had? Dreadnought Dungeon. I think this was a nice 6 by. Is it 6? No, sorry, that's not the right one. It was called Armory. Armory was one, and this was an indoor map. I think we're gonna do an outdoor map. But what we'll do is I'm going to do my awesome copy feature here. Sweet. All right, so we're going to call this, and we don't have a name for it yet. We're just going to call it new map 1. So I'll let you guys name the level 2. At some point, I'll have to surface these level names because they're kind of fun. And let's change the tile here. So we've got different background tiles you can use to create a sort of the basis for this map. I'm trying to think. I think I want to do an outdoor map. So we could do this as like another. Maybe we should do like a grass one. Start with something like that first. These are probably the most interesting to make aesthetically because the grass tile is one of our strongest art tiles we've got. And so what we're going to do is do that, and then we're going to clear it. And I'm going to save that. Okay, so what this has done is basically created a new empty map. One of the cool things about the way our tile palettes work is that we've got this variation algorithm put into there. And this is in large thanks to one of my buddies, former colleagues at EA, Ron Jensen, that sort of showed us an interesting way to take an existing tile set and rearrange it with different shades. So we sort of took his example he had shared with us and created an algorithm that actually generates these random variations so that the grass looks a little bit more interesting. By contrast, I'll show you when you have the tiles look the same, here's what that looks like. So if I can pick an actual set variation, and you're going to see the difference it makes when you have just a flat map there. So this would be if you just use the same grass tile repeatedly, and you can kind of see how that already feels very, let's get the rest of this there. And then, yeah. So this is kind of a fun technique that we have with levels. So, and if I take the border off here and put that at 0, let's see. There you go. So now you can kind of see when the grass all looks the same, it looks the art still looks decent, but it looks very I guess, posterized, stickerized. So it's kind of that cool little texture VFX that we use that allows it to look interesting. And I'll go ahead, I'll pop out of this real quick because it's worth showing you guys sort of like some of the insights that went into this to create these VFX. So there's a separate panel here. I rarely go into it because we don't create too many of these, but this is like our topography generator. So what I do here is this is where we generate the different variations. So we take a single tile like the grass, and I'm not sure, there's a preview. And you can see here how what we did was we experimented creating a 12 variation spectrum of it. So the one art tile, what we did was we did a transformation to the tint. So you can see here it goes from light to dark. So we slightly increase the darkness to create this like gradient. And then the other thing we did was we created variations where it rotates it. World building! Welcome! The Pancreas is here. Pancreas is our artist, Peter. He was crucial in developing our art style and helping us hone and craft this amazing style we've been able to put together for the top-down gameplay here. So what we're doing today is creating new levels for Summoner's Fate. And Maltron says, awesome, I will have all the insulin. Yes. So we're creating some new levels today for Summoner's Fate, and I'm just taking a quick moment to showcase one of the cool little tricks we did to create interesting variety in the map textures to make the maps look more true to life and interesting and distinctive and personalized. And this is a really cool effect that we did to just sort of create this filter to transform, rotate, darken the tiles. And you can see we created a few variants of this where there's different topographies. The Kelsum is here. Hey, Kelsum! Yeah, I should give a shout out too. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream. We just got back from showcasing Summoner's Fate at the Salt Lake Game Con, and it was a great show for us. I mean, I actually we just ran our preliminary data report on it, and it was our best show by about 2x. Like we had double the engagement of our previous best show, which just completely shocked me to see that kind of engagement. Just a lot of good, consistent people coming through. We had Peter is awesome. He's just great at introducing himself and getting people to come and try out the game. And we had a really great setup. We had I think 6 screens, a combination of PCs and then tablets up. And then we had our 2 phones. So when it got really crowded, we could go to 8 screens if we needed to. And just had consistent flow throughout the day. But the Kelsum, he's also a local Utah indie. And he was out there showcasing his game. You want to go ahead and shout it out again? I know it's muffed, but I don't remember the last part of it. Muff something where it's a top down, also top down like us, but you play as little headphone guys walking around in a like kind of looks like an office space type of deal. And they were showcasing with Microsoft there, so kind of cool. Larger company like Microsoft supporting local indies, so they had a booth there. They set up and allowed the indies to showcase with them, and so he was there too. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. Here we go. Cinematically Muff. That was the first part. Yes, thank you. Cinematically Muff. And they just launched their game on Steam, so definitely go and check that out. It was pretty cool. So yeah, pretty exciting. All right, so there's our topography. You can see we did different things for snow. This is just a pure rotation mod. So we use these variations to make the tile palettes more interesting. All right, so let's jump back to the map. And let's go back. We were making our first level here, and we're making a medium level. This is a 5x6 because I noticed when we went through our catalog of existing maps, we didn't have too many medium maps. So I figured we'd kind of experiment with the size as a new parameter, make some slightly larger maps to do that. And yeah, so you can kind of see in here, this is the variance panel. So when I pick a tile, all of the variations for that tile can be shown here. Typically when I paint the levels, I like to just use the random variation, so it kind of does like this nice little, you know, you don't have to think, you just sort of, brush paint. But if you want to get something specific, you can. And it's the same thing with these dirt tiles. So the dirt's got not only different variation topography, but also different like textures that we use. So you can kind of actually see how you create little paths, and it creates little interesting things. And so this is just very nice and almost relaxing to paint these levels. You're just sort of like doing it like a brush. And we got all kinds of cool things built into the editor here, so I can actually undo that. I can use the Control Z, and oh, look at that, all my changes are done. They're gone. All right, let's clear that out again. I'm just going to start fresh here, so I don't remember painted grass. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of a fun thing we did there. All right, so yeah, we've got some grass, and we're gonna create a level, and it's gonna be a medium-sized level. And I guess one of the things I like to do after I get the sort of basic level idea planned out is, all right, what's this? What do we want to do to make this level interesting? And one of the, the best things you can do, actually, I should probably, I'm gonna pop this out. So right now we're in preview mode, which is showing you what the actual game screen would look like when you're rendering it on device. If I pop it out of that, you're going to be able to see the full map. So this is the playable space, and then this area here is the surrounding border. I mentioned earlier the reason we do that is so that if you're on a wider screen or you're in a different, like a unnatural aspect ratio, that you won't see like this gray space. It'll sort of have a natural, like continuous, seamless appearance to the level where the border will show in that background. So it's kind of a cool way to handle the problem of different aspect ratios. Um, yeah, like I said, if I crop it, oh, I guess this doesn't re-render unless I reset it back up. But all right, so yeah. All right, so I guess the first thing I like to do when I make a level is sort of think, all right, well, how are we going to divide this level up? So I think, all right, this is a nice little forest area. We create maybe like a beaten path. So we're just like it's kind of like making the Bob Ross paintings. We got our canvas now. We're gonna go ahead and just just create our world here. I'm gonna create a little path that goes across here and creates a little bit of an interesting diversity. Pancreas says light rain with God rays falling on a ruined altar. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. I like that. See, we're already getting creative here. Yeah, I come to think of it, I don't think we have done a rain level yet in multiplayer. That's sort of surprising to me that we have our one rain VFX we created and we haven't done that. Yeah, happy little path, he says. Yeah, yeah, happy little path. Yeah, and then we're gonna maybe put our little where's our little happy little bush right there, right there. It's your world. It's like I, j- I love that the Bob Russia. It's just so relaxing and it's kind of fun to just there we go. It's another happy little bush there. Yeah. Yeah, Pancreas suggests some rain, so let's try that out. So we've got an FX effect here where we can create things like rain, and this is our top-down rain effect. So all I gotta do is turn it on. Maybe we'll wait till the end to turn the rain on because I realize it also generates sound and VFX. But I like that idea. So let's do the rain for this level, but let's do it at the end so we're not getting the sound of that while I'm talking. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, rain level. I dig it. That's a fantastic idea. All right, so we got some placements there, a little path that kind of runs through now. And maybe the other thing we can do is sort of like dress up the path. So we got some decos here, and these are sort of fun. Creates a little. Pancreas says, "Haha, need to tell Bob Ross so he can join the stream." Yeah, where's Bob Ross? He's been a frequent viewer of our streams. I haven't seen him in the last couple weeks, so yeah, he would be digging this stream. All right, so we're going to put, these are cool decos we created to sort of give the path a feeling. It's got like some overgrowth in there and everything, and creates a little bit of interesting, um, variation there with the path. And let's see, what other things could we do here to make it interesting? I mean, I like trees a lot, so having some like little forest in there, and I don't know, I just sort of like I'm not thinking too much about this. I'm just sort of placing things on the level to kind of create an interesting variety here of different things. And you kind of see the trees also have that neat little effect. We applied the same topography light shift rules. So it's really subtle, really. When we create these, we have two basic shapes for the tree. But what we did was we created slightly different brightness texture levels so that they don't all look completely the same. They have a little bit of variation where some are brighter than others. And it just sort of makes the world feel a bit more organic, natural, right? Because nothing in nature is perfectly a clone of another thing. It just it helps, right? And it's cool because from a art and budget perspective, it's nice as indies to use techniques like this because it really helps on saving the cost to be able to reuse existing assets, but in new and interesting ways like that. And also great for the players because when you use techniques like this, there's less assets to load to download, so your performance is better, your file footprint is better, it takes up less space to install the game. So lots of really good benefits to using smart techniques like that. So let's just create a few more trees, in here, and I don't know, just some of these won't be playable, but they'll sort of appear in the background, depending upon your device. So it's just kind of fun to throw them in there. All right, so we got like a little bush here. I'm trying to think if we want to think about creating like playable block line of sight spaces. So I'm sort of putting some trees there to create little areas where you can kind of hide, move your characters to hide, and this little wall here kind of does that. All right, so let's see. We got a nice little start here. Maybe we'll create some little rocks, have them kind of scattered on the path there. Oh, that one you can't even see. There we go. And put a rock there on the path. So little stones that maybe came off the path there. Let's put that one in a different spot. There we go. And then we got this little mud. So this is kind of a cool thing too. You can kind of almost put little splashes of mud, like so maybe some of the grass here has got like little mud splats in it. Let's put one like right there. There you go. So just again, little decorations to make the map feel a little bit more organic and natural and interesting. And then of course I like to do these little flowers are fun. Um, Peter did a really great job creating these nice little touches, these little butterflies that sort of give it a nice bit of a again natural, alive feel to it. You can even see things. I'm gonna call it some cool details here. The trees have got this nice little sway to them. It's like they're kind of just gently blowing the breeze. I don't think you can see it right here, but the bushes even have a little bit of a sway to them. Just it's really subtle, but when we get in there close to look at it, you can actually see a little bit, just a ever so slight little turn of the bush there. And again, you want that subtlety. You don't want to have it in your face too much because there's a lot going on with the game, but it's just nice. The subconscious sort of picks it up that this is a living, breathing world, not just a static, you know, thing there. So a little flower there, maybe another one over here. Let's see, maybe a butterfly there. Yeah, sure, we'll have a couple butterflies in this level, sure. All right, so let's save our work here as we go. Okay, so we got some interesting things there. I'm trying to think if there's any other types of decos we might want to put in here. I think that's pretty good feel to the level right now. Let's go ahead and place some spawn points that we want to put players at here. And this is a really fun part here. So we'll start with the traditional expected thing here. So it's I'm trying to think maybe we can even take advantage of this little thing here to kind of almost hide the characters from each other. What if we started the characters like that and like maybe like this over here? I kind of imagine like they're on the road traveling and they sort of encounter each other. So then we're going to sort of rotate them. This is kind of a cool thing. I like you can rotate the characters to have any initial starting face. Facing in Summoner's Fate is actually very important because it'll determine whether they're able to block projectiles with their shield or if they get stabbed in the back. So I usually like to have them all sort of, I guess, almost like they're facing the road up here because that's kind of where they're headed. So we'll have them all sort of face that way. Then these guys are going this way, so we'll have them face down here. And kind of looks like they're just traveling down the road now. And then we'll go ahead and give them a faction. So these are the red guys, team 1 down here. And then we'll go ahead and make, this guy's a hero, and he's a hero. Meltros says, cool idea for game mode. Map starts with enemies on the field. Each player takes turns and tries to kill more enemies than the other player. Ooh, that's an excellent idea. Yeah, I like that. We could have almost like a scoreboard in there, and then it just sort of generates monsters, and the goal is just trying to accumulate the most points each turn. I like that. Yeah, these are brilliant things. With our rule engine support, it's actually possible to create things like that where we could use encounter spawns. So we can even do this per level. I don't know if I want to attempt this today, but what we could do is inside of the rules thing here, individual maps can have their own specific rules and triggers that could create things. So similar to how you might make a map in the StarCraft or the Warcraft editor. And cool thing about that, people have actually made full-on games. The entire Dota, massively huge game, the League of Legends thing, all came from a map somebody made in the Warcraft 3 editor. Tower defense genre spawned as a result of somebody creating some rules and triggers within a Warcraft level. Like entire new genres of games were created as a result of players getting really creative by making new rules to existing engines. And that is one of the cool things that we also support with the Summoner's Fate rules is the ability to create things like that. So we could totally make something like that in the future. Pancreas says, heck yeah. Oh, I lost the last of that part. The chat got cut off. And then Meltron says, just a thing for later, or even let players spawn stuff. Just don't want it to be auto chess. Oh yeah, it's interesting. I've seen a lot of this auto chess popping up. I still don't fully understand what it is. I heard the word tactics in chess together in a sentence, and I thought, oh, this must be amazing. I went to watch, and they've got streams. Like this is like one of the top streams on Twitch right now. Is this Team Flight Tactics game? And I went in there to watch one. There was like 25,000 people viewing it, and I'll be totally honest, I had no idea what was going on. It was the most confusing thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I like people get confused with our game, and I'm humbled by that and think, yeah, I've got to find ways to make this easier and more accessible. And then I go in to watch this game, and you would think as a designer of games and a person who makes tactics games, I would be like, oh yeah, it makes total sense. And I'm watching this, I'm like, I had no idea what was going on. It was just like people talking in the chat, and they're talking in like another language, it felt like, and dropping things on the board, and then you watch, they place the units, and then they watch this battle, and all these numbers are flying. I had no idea how somebody could process the level of things going on there. There's so much stuff, numbers on the screen, things on the bottom, UI everywhere. But you can't knock it because it's huge. I mean, people are clearly getting into this, and it's very much a hardcore thing, a trending genre in the making. So yeah, Meltros says it's kind of a deck builder type thing, I think. Yeah. dot dot. I think. Yeah. Sounds like he's not too sure either. I don't know, but yeah. So kind of cool. But it is definitely encouraging to see people kind of falling in love with that tactical type thing. It's a good sign for our game in the future. Maybe we'll become the next big top stream thing at some point. It'd be kind of cool. Um, yeah. So yeah, kind of cool. I'm happy to see our little level shaping up here. We got a nice little start zone here. We got some trees. All right, so maybe now we can go and look at the VFX. So make it raining, right? It's probably going to have a little bit of a, you know, sky here. Oh, Maltry says sorry to go off tangent. Not at all, man. Just speak what comes to mind. It keeps the conversation real, organic. I like that. It's good to talk about this stuff. So light map rays. So here's something cool we can do. This is I give this a point 0.8. So this is sort of some interesting things. These are light maps. They're pre-baked. It's just sort of a way to give like a little bit of atmosphere dimension to the level. Um, just creates like almost like a gradient overlay, and we can kind of cut out patterns. So this one here is sort of just like little beams of light. Eventually, we're going to put in Daniel Spruill's algorithm for they're called crepuscular rays. That's the actual weather term, or otherwise known as God rays. But it's really cool when they actually animate and have like a flow to them. So we've got an algorithm that Daniel Spruill put together for us. He's the creator of the Starling engine, and so we're hoping to put those in at a later time when we're ready to do like the final VFX polish. So for right now, they're just sort of static, but this is a little bit dark, a little bit too intense, maybe a little more subtle. Maybe we even want to have more. This is more of a radial effect. So again, this is very subtle, but there's actually like a little, almost like a central aura of light here in the middle. So almost like if there was a cloud break, I can kind of demonstrate if I give it full intensity, you can kind of see where it's really dark here. So I don't know. What are you guys thinking here? Do you want the rays, or do you want to have it like, I guess I can go pretty subtle here. We can even do like 0.25, where it's just really subtle, maybe 0.3. Pancreas says he is awesome, and his game, and in his game tribute is awesome. Love the Starling Birds. Oh, right, yeah. I love to talk about Daniel Spruill. He's just the guy is just great. He makes the Starling engine. He's like a huge community supporter. But like what's unique about him is how like dedicated he is to his product and his service. And this is something I find to be just very rare in the world in general. And so when you find people like this, it's like you just can't help but gravitate toward him because he's real, he's genuine, he like stands behind his thing. I have a question on something, he'll write me back like a 5-page email answering every question line by line. I mean, I have never seen that kind of, and within like a 24-hour period. I mean, like just the care and dedication he has to his stuff is just so great. Yeah, so we have the little Starling bird. I'll show it off just because I'm so proud of it. This is the little Starling bird from Daniel Spruill's Starling. So that's our engine we're using here to make the game. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I actually kind of like how this turned out here. So it's almost like a little bit of a cloud break there, not too dark. Maybe we can go a little darker with that VFX here. I'll give it like we'll give it 3.5. There it is. And I can kind of see it. It's just barely there. But I think when we put the little rain effects in there, it's gonna be really sweet. Yeah. And so there's all kinds of other cool things we can do with light rays and particles and stuff like that. So they're kind of fun. I think we'll keep it like that. Okay, so this map looks pretty cool. I kind of like how this is shaping up. These bushes are destructible. You've got this nice little tree line of sight thing there. Um, Before we put the rain in there, let's go ahead and just test it and kind of see. So this is kind of a cool thing. When we test the game, we can kind of see here, this is our line of sight tool. And as I scrub around the map, you can kind of see how line of sight will be affected. So as you can see here, let's give the AI another character too. Let's give him somebody here so we can kind of see. I don't know who we'll have to start with. Callisto, Bandit Leader. Okay, great. All right, so this is just kind of an idea. I'm just trying to check. So the starting characters here, this one can't see my summoner. This one can. This one can. And I think it goes both ways. So this one, I can see his summoner, he can see mine. And, there's some interesting variety there. Another thing we could do to make this map a little more interesting is maybe even break up the character starting spots so that they don't have to necessarily be right on top of each other like that. We could have maybe one's a little bit forward on the path, one a little further, because we got this notion. So this is a good indicator here. Like a character that's got the harpoon, we could move a character as close as right there, and he'd be out of range of the harpoon to kind of give it a little more interesting variety versus just a straight up all the guys in a row. So I don't know what you guys think about that. I kind of like to try experimenting with different layouts. We could have maybe a guy hiding behind the trees, like he's a forward scout, sort of a deal. But yeah, so this is just sort of an interesting little map. You can kind of either player could sort of go into this corner here to sort of tuck away. But with these being trees, it's kind of fun because you can use fire spells to burn them down and remove the line of sight restriction. I actually really kind of like the way this map looks. It just feels very natural, very organic. So let's go ahead and put the rain in there and kind of give it the finishing touch. So all I gotta do is just tap on rain and let there be rain. All right. So there you go. There's a really cool level we've created here. Got a nice little subtle rain effect there. I feel like maybe we might be just a little bit darker. Let's go to 0.4. There. And then, another thing we can do is we don't want to necessarily change the light map. We can make the map a little bit darker by affecting the floor tile. So what I can do here is do something like this, and that just darkens a little bit. Let's go 0.1. That just sort of darkens the overall floor texture to make it feel like it's a little bit more stormy out. Maybe we can do like a radio there. Let's do 0.2. There you go. So it's kind of combining two different VFX there to kind of give it like a little bit of a sun coming through, kind of a cloudy day, but a little bit of sun breaking through, and then we got our rain effect. Cool. So kind of fun. All right. I'll take suggestions for what we want to call this level. Right now we don't surface the map level names in the game yet, but Pancreas says, you know how there are different starting positions for wrestling? Thinking about having your summoner start in the headlock equivalent. Super loud rain, says Kelsom. Yeah, you know what? Thank you for that, Kelsom. I'm going to go ahead and we can adjust that here. Should be, there we go. I could have just done that. Okay, cool. Is that okay for you there? Keep it at like 5. Malcraft says, oh geez, being right next to someone. Yeah, so, yeah. Do we want to experiment with the starting positions here? Maybe try moving some people up so they're a little bit further away? I think the melee guy would have a big advantage. I think it's fair. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go outside the box. All right, I'll reset this level here. So this is what I said. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. It's making the levels is a pretty easy process to do, but it's actually a hard process because there's so much consideration that goes into things like the level balance, and very small changes can have a big impact to the things. Oh, Pancreas says maybe for a new level. This one is looking cool. Okay, Pancreas says it's okay. Yeah. All right, let's give this level a name. What do you guys want to call this level? I need something to reference it by. And then we'll save it and we'll call this one done. Yeah, I do really like how this level turned out. That was a good call, Pancreas, with the rain. Definitely digging that. God, you gotta take advantage of those cool VFX, All right, come on. This is your chance. Make your mark on Summoner's Fate. What are we gonna call this awesome new level we just made together? I don't want to call it new map 1. That's not very exciting. All right, I'll tell you what. I will save this as is, and maybe we'll. Oh, here we go. Field of Rain. Pancreas says, though, is it possible to put a scenario into a multiplayer level? Yeah, it is, Pancreas. We can definitely put trigger rules into scenarios, and they will function in multiplayer as well. Of course it's possible. Everything is possible. All right, Field of Rain. Field of Rain. Okay, there it is. Nice. All right, so we got our first new level there. Excellent. Super excited about that. All right, let's do another. Let's do another. All right, and you know what? I think what we'll do is we'll copy this one and we'll start because I want to do another medium map. I noticed when we went through our list we only had a few medium maps, so I think it'd be cool to make another one. And then Pancreas says, a race to the center. Interesting, yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this level. And we're going to go ahead and basically reset everything to make it a whole new level. And we already did a forest one, so let's try something different here. Let's go ahead and clear the map. Let's reset it. All right, what do you guys think? If we could do a jungle? Do we want an ice level next? Do we want, what do we want? Maybe like a rocky, you're on top of a mountain or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, hatch. Maybe first to kill the boss, hatch a dragon egg. Yeah. Oh, I love these new game type ideas, by the way. This is great. That's really fun. We could totally do that. We could have like a little objective. Um, Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe that's an interesting idea. What if we did something like that? What if we did the rock tile and have, yeah, here we go, cave level with a neutral dragon egg in the center. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's actually, I'm so glad you mentioned that. When we made the dragon egg, we designed it so that it could actually become a neutral placeable, and we did that so that we could place in the map and have players go and hatch the egg and get the dragon on their team. I love that. I love that idea. So let's do that. Let's make a cave level. So let's do a cavern tile, and let's do clear. There we go. So now we got some cavern tiles here, and this is gonna get really fun because the cavern tile is really easy to personalize with the different paints and stuff like that. So we're gonna start here with this, and we're gonna go ahead and create a level. I love the idea. So there's gonna be like a little dragon eggs. Um, in this little cave that we can place on the board. Okay, so let's go ahead and place some dragon eggs. Let's maybe one here and one over here, and maybe we kind of surround them with some rocks or something like that, so they're a little harder to get to. And then this one will have like this. There we go. All right, so kind of like in this little starting position like that. So there's little dragon eggs there. All right. Um, Cave, we kind of want to maybe give it like a nice little enclosure so you feel like you're in the cave, right? So let's go ahead and do that. This is my little sort of cave walls I created here, and let's see here, cave wall. Oh, let's see, where does that one go? No, this guy should go over here, and then this guy goes over here. Ooh, that doesn't seem right. There we go. Okay, so now let's make some walls for the caves. I forget which direction we want this to go. Like I think it's like that. Okay. And then let's see, there should be another one that goes this other way. I believe I've got a different variety of that we can kind of mix and match it with. Let's see. So that's black on that side. We need one that's got the black on that side. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Just kind of mix and match the cave wall up a little bit. If I put it out of preview mode, it might make it easier to see. There we go. So you kind of see I'm creating just like this nice little cavern wall there to kind of enclose this cave here. And then usually what I do on the outskirt of this is put the abyss, just our black tile like that. Zoop. Zoop. There we go. And then let's see here. Go back to cavern tile. Yeah, I love this. I love this. I'm loving this neutral dragon egg idea. And maybe the cave entrance is like right there. And then we'll put this guy sort of on the opposite side, like right there. Is that the right spot for that? I think so. Okay, so, oopsie, I got rid of it. And let's put, there we go. And then we're going to obviously treat that to make it a little more interesting. Meltros, maybe make it random creature that spawns. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so there's cave walls, and I got to get those angles right. So typically what you want to do is have it like half and half, where the angle should slat this way and then this way. So I'm trying to, here we go. This is the right slat right there. There we go. That looks like it matches a little bit better. And I've got a couple variations so that they don't necessarily look like they're the same, because cavern walls are a little bit more natural. So let's swap that out there. Swap that in there. There we go. So now it's kind of got a little bit of a interesting variety. And then this side, looks like we've got them all going this way. This side should be going down that way. You can see I really want to make my cave like painting algorithm a little more intelligent so it can sort of tell the right direction to go here. Where's the other one that looks like that? This guy. Here we go. There we go. And put that there. There we go. That looks natural. So this is going that way, down that way. And we got to fix this one down at the bottom still. So it looks like it's going the correct directions. Here we go. Crack this way. Okay, good. And then we have another variation of that one, I believe. Let's see here. This guy. Okay, cool. And then let's do a similar thing over here. Boom. There we go. And then we're going to put our little cave entrance right over here. There we go. So that's kind of fun, huh? We create a little cave there. Kind of fun. And there's some dragon eggs in there. And then, of course, we're gonna make this thing look a lot more fun than it is right now. Um, all right. So one of the first things we want is make this. Let's go make this cave a little darker. Let's go ahead and do the radial here and give it like a 0.4. Oh, let's see. Oh, not radial. Give me the raise. That's more fun. Yeah. Let's crank that up to 0.7. There we go. Now it's like we kind of got like a little like almost like you imagine the dragon flies in from the top and then puts its little roost in here and it sort of picked a spot for each of its little eggs. I like that. And then we could do all kinds of cool things here too. Like there could be some moss grown in the cave, so like scatter some little bits around like this. Kind of fun, right? Yeah. Let's get that going. And then obviously some rocks inside of there to kind of shape it up nicely. That's a little weird. There. Yeah, just little decorations. Maybe some bones. Get some bones in this cave, like almost like like right there and over here. This kind of feels like there's been some activity there. Maybe the dragon was eating something over there while it was roosting. And what else do we got in here? Oh yeah, some of these little cave spiky things, little stalactite type of deals. Let's see, right there. That's a little bright for that. I feel like I might have to tone that down. Yeah, that's a little weird. Okay. What else could we put in this cave? We got some stalagmites. Trying to think what other decos would be appropriate for this. Got our dragon's eggs. Oh, we've got these little bricks. Sort of like a natural cavern if we wanted to have like almost like a line of sight blockaded here. Maybe we could even do one like this too. Just sort of like creates a little interesting tension for the player to navigate around little blocks. So I have you got a little bit of cover for line of sight there. Yeah, all right, let's go with that. All right, and we got our light source in there, so cave's a little darker, more interesting, and yeah, that's shaping up pretty good. We could also do these as rocks maybe if that feels a little bit more natural in there. So these actually block line of sight while the stalactites don't. Let's change that around. And of course, these can be painted so they don't have to necessarily match that. We can change that. This is pretty cool. Watch, we go to placeable, and that's a little too dark. Let's try like that color like that. Yeah, there we go. Now there's like a little bit more natural rock formation in there. Let's see. Let's go. This is brighter. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Now we got the same kind of tone to those stalagmites there. So we got some boulders. These will block line of sight. These will just block movement. There we go. It's kind of fun, huh? I'm digging that. And of course, each player would start in front of their cave entrance there. I feel like we gotta move this cave over here. It doesn't look like it's. I kind of do want this to be symmetrical so that they're lined up with the dragon egg. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put the where's that cave palette again? Where's my cave entrance? Okay. Oop. Undo. You go right there. Okay, then we need a wall over here. So that should be this guy. There we go. Oop. Not that space. There we go. That's better. And that grass looks kind of funky like that, so let's get rid of that. Can we put that over here? Does that look better this way? Yeah. That looks okay. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. That's kind of fun. All right, and now let's get some starting locations. Spawn points. Zoop. Here comes my team. Here comes my team. Make this the red team. Make this the green team. Probably should have them kind of facing the right direction. Let's. Oh no! Don't do that. Undo that. I didn't want that. Hero. Hero. Rotate. I want. All right. So let's have them face toward the summoners. All right. He's looking at him. He's looking at him. He's looking at him. Yeah. Pretty sweet. Now I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty certain that we programmed this dragon egg so that it will grant ownership to the neutral party. Pinker says, yeah, that'd be cool. Could even make it a random egg type. Could be a spider egg sac, etc. Yeah. Let's go with this for now. I don't have a. It would be cool to make the spider egg sac generate spiders. I agree. Let's call. We need a new name for this map too, by the way. Right now it's. I guess we'll call it the Dragon Nest, Dragon Roost, Dragon Cave. I'm gonna call it Dragon Egg Cave for now. I of course would love better names. There we go. Save. Okay, so let's go ahead in here and I think let's test this. Let's just see what kind of let's make sure this actually works like we expect it to. All right, so let's see. Dragon egg. Hatch a dragon. Okay, so let's go see if we can hatch a dragon and whether or not he joins our team or what happens. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Hey, look at that. Now we got a little dragon that can go attack things. Get over there, get him, dragon. All right, now let's make sure the opposite is true. If these guys go attack a dragon egg, did they get a dragon? Yeah. Oh wow! Look at so we created a whole new type of thing here. We got a little incentive to go explore the cave. You get to hatch the dragons and get them on your team. That was a good idea. Nicely done. I see. This is why having players as part of the collaboration is so crucial and so awesome, and why I'm so grateful because like you guys have awesome ideas. That was really fun. I'm going to go ahead and increase the border shown a little bit because I want to get a little bit more of those cave edges shown. So we're going to just tweak this a little bit here. I like it, that nice little edge along on the cavern wall here so we can kind of almost get the sense of dimension to it. Maybe even a little bit more, I want to say. Let's try 0.55. Just enough where it feels like you got that shelf of the cave wall there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a way to make this a little bit more. I don't like having that black at the top per se, but let's go with this. That's pretty fun. Yeah, that's nice. Very exciting. Very exciting. The boss idea is really intriguing as well, like a dragon with 50 health. Oh yeah, totally. We could totally do stuff like that. We could have capture object. I mean, there's all kinds of things we could do to create different objectives within the game. You could have like almost like a capture the flag. There was a game. One of my favorite Xbox One party games, Night Squad, where you have these like crystals that are on opposing teams, and you have to use these little drills to destroy the crystals. So we could do something like that, or you could have like a cavern, like a game type where it's actually I have crystals. Let's see here. You could have little crystal formations like this. So you could have like the pink crystals and then like the blue crystals. See, and then you could have it where you have to destroy the crystals to win. That's kind of a fun little game type you could do. Yeah. Gotta have treasure. Oh yeah, treasure. Get some treasure chests in there. These will all be things coming. We could use the gold for stuff or experience for the character they have created. Definitely. Pancreas loves the crystals. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm very excited about this. This is already a very unique dynamic by having the dragon eggs sort of on the start of the map. You've got that, and then let me make sure that the line of sight is working for these rocks here. It does. Okay, cool. So this is kind of actually fun. Oh, is that weird? The summoner can see the other summoner, but he can't see the starting guardians. Let's try this again. That's an interesting way we set that up there. Yeah, look at that, huh? The summoners can see each other, but they can't see the guardians. That is interesting, and I think it's true the opposite. Yeah. Huh. That's crazy. That's really fun. Yeah, it just so happens that one space is lit up, and likewise here. Let me make sure that space is lit up. I want to make sure you can see that. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's balanced. This is a balanced map. We made it symmetrical on both sides, which I think is okay. Something like this, I want to make sure there's an equal, fair chance of getting those dragon eggs. Yeah, cool. All right, well, look at that. That's 2 levels made here now. We got the dragon egg cave. All right. Again, if you guys have a funner name you want to call this thing, let me know. All right, save that. Okay, cool. So we made a nice little medium-size map for the dragon eggs. I'm going to go ahead and save our creation here. Very happy with how that turned out. Oh, I should mention, too, there's other cool things we can do with this. I'll just give an example. Like I said, maybe the dragon's egg is, oops, undo that. We can personalize things like the cave by doing things like this, too, where it's like, oh, maybe the dragon lives in a red cave, or it's a slightly muted cave color. So there's all kinds of fun things you can do to. I would move over and put a wall down so I can steal their egg. Yes, there we go. That's a good strategy there. Yeah, all kinds of fun things. So I'm just showing out some of the different things. We could even make it like the cave is more like a gray cave, maybe more like stone, or like have darker stone. So I don't know if you guys like the cave look, but if you wanted to be more like a dark stone cave, these are just some of the fun things we can do to give the map a little bit more distinction to it. I don't know what kind of color you like. And then of course I can change those placeables too. Just fun things. I'm not saying we have to change it like this by any means. I'm just playing around with different ideas for how to make the map. Oh, that's interesting. Did it paint this guy? It did. Huh. There you go. So you can do all kinds of cool things like that to change these maps around. We'll keep it with the light color though. All right, let's go ahead and make another map. While we're at it, let's copy this guy here, and this will be new map 3. Not sure how many new maps we'll do today, but we're doing great on time, so I think we can get quite a few in here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, new map 3. All right, so again, we'll do another medium map just because I didn't see a whole lot of those in the game yet, and we're gonna just keep this party rolling. So let's clear it out. We already did cavern. We did a grass one. So what's next, huh? What's next? Do we want a snow level? Do we want a jungle level? A dungeon? A desert? I'm gonna kind of flip through them so you guys can sort of tell me what you like, what's inspiring you. Here's a desert starting canvas. Pancreas sort of says desert hesitantly. Desert? Desert. Yeah, maybe desert. Yeah, deserts are fun. You know why deserts are fun? Because we got a lot of cool things we can put. You know what? Maybe what we do is like we do like a desert, but it's like you found like the uncovered ruins of like a pyramid or something like that. So we kind of combine desert with ruins, and we could do some fun stuff with that. I think that, and then we can have cactus, which are great. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. All right, so let's get some cactus on there. These are just, again, I'm just sort of populating the board with stuff to make it feel like, I can get like some idea of what I'm doing. All right, there's some of those things. All right, now we said we want to have like Meltros says better desert, please. All right, I was trying to make a desert level, painting it all pink. Yeah, this is cool. I love how they created this sand tile. It's really cool the way that this sand tile turned out, where it's almost got like these little ships of sand in there. Like I'm really happy with how this tile turned out. Um, yeah, and this was a cool collaboration because I think it was like Peter and I these tiles, I'm going to give you guys just they were so hard to come up with a style for these different tiles. I mean, so Ore did a great job kind of following our parameters, but there was a lot of tiles are hard because when artists make things, they want to make the thing they're making be like the thing that stands out. So when you draw just a tile by itself, the problem was they had the detail of the units, like they were just so like complex and intricate, and when you put them side by side with the characters, it was like you couldn't see the characters because they were competing for attention. And the thing about background stuff is that you want it to look good, but you don't want it to compete with the with what the player needs to focus on, which is their characters, right? So Peter and I had to do a lot of like direction and experimentation to figure out that balance where when you put the whole thing together, it looks contiguous, complete, like naturally goes together, but not competing. And that was a ton of work. I mean, we spent like days, weeks. I think it was about 8 months in total where it took us to get our visual style really nailed down. But the grass tile, the mud tile, like these tiles took us so much time to get the art style right to work with the characters. Yeah, Peter says, dude, freaking tiles, not expecting to be that hard to make great tiles, and it is very hard. And it doesn't seem hard when you look at it, but my goodness, man, they're tough. Yeah. Before you got here, Peter, we were talking about the lava tiles and the water and how that is causing us a giant headache. I was showing Maltras some of the different examples we had there, and they were just we still haven't figured out how to do those ones yet. Um, all right, so we got some desert, got some cactus here. We got a nice little start. All right, so let's create something to break this up here. Like I don't know, like I'm just gonna sort of all right, we're gonna do the Bob Ross thing. We're gonna take a chance, right? The great thing is we've got the undo button. You don't have that with Paintbrush, but we're gonna be bold and just sort of be like, paint a little stuff over here, and maybe make a little splotchy there, and maybe like a little splotchy here. Because again, my idea is sort of like it's gonna be like almost like I want to sort of create a oasis where there has been like some ruins uncovered, and you're gonna start to see like what looks like the remnants of a pyramid. Now this isn't necessarily the right color for the pyramid I want to have on here because it's like I just sort of want to have like it's like the sand just sort of brazed over it. And I don't know, like I imagine the stone color would be more like a oops, I gotta have this on the right texture tile. There we go. So I said we can get very creative with how we make tiles here. I can even use this guy here and maybe it's more like this style. So we can see now it's like a almost like it's a see where I'm going here? It's kind of like a I don't know. Which one do you like better? Do you like this sort of rock or do you like this other rock? I maybe think I like this dungeon rock a little better even. And then I forget what color we use for that. See how that's kind of fun where it looks like I've sort of uncovered tiles, the black. The black. I'm not sure what Peter means if he means to paint it black or what. Like obsidian. Oh. You liked it like the original color? Like this? Interesting. See, I kind of picture the pyramid being like what color are pyramids? Aren't they like that sandstone color? Like maybe even like this. No, it's too gray. Or like that. There's all kinds of ways we can do that. Maybe that's what I'm not sure what pyramid color looks like. Kind of a cool twist for Egyptian. Yeah, exactly. That's true. I mean, the great thing about this is it's sort of like our own thing. Maybe they found a meteorite out in the desert and they built it out of that. So we could do black. All right, let's do the black. All right, let's like obsidian in there. See, I feel like that looks too contrasty for me because it's just like really sucking in like a hole. Maybe if it was a little lighter like that. It's a little less hard on the eye. That's too bright. But I do want to have that like ruins feel to it where there's like, hmm, yeah. Let's try. Let's see. That was the original color, I think. Let's try that. Not so dark now. There, it's kind of like got like a little bit of subtleness to it. There we go. All right, so then we got some ruins, right? Maybe there is something left over there. I don't know. Like we could put some fire traps. Maybe they left some traps out there in the desert, and we could put in I don't know some blocks or some ruins stuff, like a pillar here, or like maybe one of these. Let's see here, what do we got? These guys, kind of like there's little columns or something like that. So these will block line of sight. Um, we've already got cactus to handle sort of our little things there. Let's give a little bit of oasis kind of grass in the desert there. I kind of give it like some sense of like some shrubs poking through with mysteriously placed piping. That's right. Yeah, I don't know where those gas chambers come from, but it's if it doesn't make sense, just remember a wizard did it. Let's get some rocks. So we get a little bit of these like kind of connect these little rocks here look like they come from those tiles. So I'm just sort of throwing them out there. It looks like it's like almost like you can kind of get a sense of the fact that this has been like chipped away over time. And then let's give those tiles, those decos, a little bit of that feeling as well. So they're kind of like matching the color we picked. Again, these are just subtle little details there. So now we got some like little stones that are chipped away on the ground. Give it a sense of connection to it. And trying to see what else. I almost wish I don't have a sand deco that could kind of almost like surround this tile a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out how to make a nice little transition to that, like almost like little clumps of sand we could kind of scatter onto this. This guy here. Let's see. Does that look okay if I do that? Yeah, I guess so. I want like this to be like more of like this guy. Boop, doop, 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 doop. Oop, that's the wrong one. That's deco layer. I gotta change the paint tile layer. There we go. And let's change these placeables to be that color as well, so they look like they match. Ooh, that's too dark. Let's go with that. Still too dark. Let's try a different color. Let's try. No. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I wanted them to be a little closer to that match. What if I did this? Let's see, how's that look? No, I'm still trying to get them to match. That's a little better, a little bit more gray there. Could even have a Sarlacc creature at the center. What's a Sarlacc creature? Is that the thing from Star Wars that's got the... Oh, here we go. Random idea. Quicksand, like 3x3 air that slows characters to one movement. Oh, yeah. Quicksand. Oh, man. That would be a great VFX, too. I could just see like a little bit of like sinking sand, like a big pit of it sort of falling like that. It'd be kind of fun. All right, so there you go. So there's kind of like almost like we got a little bit of ruined in the desert here. A little... You know what? I feel like maybe this would help connect this. Like one little spot like right there. Maybe helps a little to kind of show that the sand is sort of blown over it like that. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer again. I'm like, why is this not painting? There we go. Oh, I think we wanted this color right there. There we go. Now it kind of feels like there was something that was here and the desert sort of blown over it, which is kind of fun. And yeah, all right. So we've got that dark tint around the outside. Let's do 0.3. There we go. So now we can kind of see our border a little bit better. I'm not sure where the players are going to start in this scenario here. Maybe these corners here and here, so they're sort of behind some of the terrain. But yeah, there's an interesting sort of level we've created. Trying to think. Oh, we've got these little cool sculptures. I love this. You know what? I kind of want to put this guy in here instead. Yeah, I just love the way that thing looks. Cool. Yeah, that thing's fun. And then maybe this thing, instead of being that, we do like I don't know. Do I want this guy or this Ankh here? Kind of fun. There we go. That's kind of a little bit more deserty like in appearance. And then I wonder, I want to experiment with this and just see if how that looks. It's just not, needs to be brighter. Yeah, let's see. I think I like it the best like that. Probably a new level. This one is going in a cool direction already. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like the fact that we've got this sort of ruins uncovered here, like there's a dungeon hidden under here. That's one of the cool things when we do our single player. I'm liking the idea that there'll be like, as you explore, you'll find things like this, a level that's like almost like there's a buried dungeon under here, and then someplace we can of course put our where is that? Do I have that staircase here somewhere? Where's that staircase? Where is the staircase? I guess I have it as a, oh, here it is. There we go. So you can kind of get a sense of like, oh, look at that. There could be a little hidden staircase that takes you down into the dungeon. You know, like I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that. All right. Let's. I'm gonna change it. Some of these rocks here. Some of these feel a little bit weird. All right. That looks pretty good. Okay, so we got this little desert area there. And yeah, let's. I don't know. We'll call this desert ruins maybe because it's kind of a desert ruins. Peter says, "Heck yes!" I know. I'm so excited about the our single player. It's gonna be so crazy to go on adventures and find all these hidden things. Oh, it's kind of funny. I like how it procedurally spawned me right there. So when you don't put spawn points, it generates them for you, which is kind of interesting. Cool. All right, let's reset this. We need to create some spawn points. So again, I was thinking that maybe they start over here, and again, see, this is interesting because this one's like locked you right into that here, and this one, it's not totally balanced in terms of the placement. I feel like, do we want to move this guy up here to be? Maybe we do. Which sculpture was that? Desert sculpture. And then probably want to create another tile like that. There we go. And then, I want tile. There we go. Cool. All right. So there's a cactus here, and I think what we'll do is move that cactus over one space. Get over there, cactus, and then we can probably move that rock as well, so that it's go over here. There. I want that. I want the big rock. Big rock. Big rock. Big rock. I want that one. No. Which one do I want? I want this one. There we go. Okay, and then I don't like how these are overlapping. That looks weird. Let's get rid of. Okay. There, that's better. Cool. All right, that's feeling pretty good. Units. All right, 1, 2, 3, and. Zoop. Zoop. You guys like my sound effects? Zoop. Zoop. Okay. Rotate. 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 So they kind of face each other. A little bit more of an epic standoff there. And there we go. Another new level created. And let's go ahead and just take a look in here and see what we got. So good amount of cacti here. Cactus are fun because you can push people into them and they deal spike damage. This is another interesting situation we created where just so happens that the way that the line of sight is, I cannot see the summoner. The summoners can see each other, but the guardians can't. I wonder if we could fix that. I almost want to make it so that the summoners are not visible initially. So we're going to play around with that. We are going to play around with that. I'm trying to think how I would do that. Let's just start by putting this here and see how that changes things. I can still see it. So what's... All right, let's try another thing. Trying to figure out what is allowing the characters to see each other. He can still see him. It's almost like we need something in the middle here to block that final line of sight. And I wonder if that spot right there would do it. I just want to create something to, I almost want to say it's this thing I want. Just move their starting points closer to the statue. Oh yeah, that's true. We could move them closer up. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah. Or I'm not sure now. Now I can't tell if that obstacle's causing it or what. Let's see here. Yeah, actually, if I use him, I can actually see what blocks the line of sight. So in this case, it's that. So putting that extra little pillar there blocks the line of sight, but I kind of like Maltros's idea of just moving him up one. Let's see if that does the same effect, because I don't want to have too much choke here in the middle. Now I just realized we have a fire trap here and we have one over here, so that feels a little bit off. I might adjust those a little bit. Let's go back to the terrain though and remove this pillar. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, actually, you're right. If we move the starting locations up, then that would do it. Let's just do that. Because the map's bigger, right? So we'll be okay with doing that. Let's move the spawn points up. Okay. Yep. Give me those units again. Zoop. 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 Green. Red. Summoner. Summoner. And then we gotta rotate them all again. I almost want to have like a... It'd be cool if the tool could just like pick up and drop people where I want them. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so now the summoners cannot see each other. Cool. And they should still be out of range of each other in general here. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Perfect. I love it. Great. That looks good. Now, these fire traps feel a little wonky. I feel like I want to have the fire trap moved over here, so let's do that. All right. Perfect. Perfection. And not too worried about the cacti. That can be as is okay, I think. Yeah. We could potentially remove this cactus here. That we got one here. No, we got this one here balances that, and then we have this here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Cool. I think that looks pretty good. Excited to try out these levels in practice. So this fire trap should work. Let's see. Oh, it did not. I think I have to restart the level to get the fire traps to trigger for some reason. Ah! Why is there fire on me? Ow, cactus hurts. That's pretty fun. This should say fire trap. Yep, deal 4 damage. Oh, wow, it's 4 damage? Holy cow. That's a lot of damage right there. Whoa. I didn't realize it was 4. Wow, that's the fire traps they pack a punch. All right. So that's kind of fun there. Definitely a high advantage to flying units that can go over those traps. So bugs are going to love this level. Okay, cool. Everybody happy with our new Desert Ruins level? Kind of an exciting little thing we put together here. Nice mixture of this sand. I feel it's a good variety of different stuff there. Cool. All right. So we've created, how many levels we made today? 3 new levels. We created the Desert Ruins. We created the Dragon Egg Cave. We created the, let's see, Desert Ruins again. There we go. Desert Ruins Cave. And then what was the other one we created? Was the Rain one. I forget what it was called. Rain something. Rainy Field of Rain. This was the other level we created. So 3 new levels today so far. We got time to make a couple more, I'd say. Still about an hour left here. Excited to do that. Alright, so maybe we create a nice little snow level. We haven't done that yet. Let's do that. Let's make a nice little snow level. So I'm going to copy this guy. I'm just going to call this map 4. New map 4. And delete that. Here we go. And let's give this snow tile. And then save. Oh, that was kind of fun when I saved it. Look at that. That's kind of cool how it created this. Hadn't expected that. I actually kind of like this starting point for it, although we don't want rain in this level. That's no good. Let's go back to our VFX here. It feels weird to have rain on snow. Turn that off. But we will. We are going to put some snow. Let's put some snow VFX in here. So, alright, what is the snow VFX called? I would think it would be called snowing, but maybe I have it under something else. Oh, there we go, snowing. We'll do some light snowing. So this little emitter there creates snow there, and then probably create something similar like this over here. Over here maybe. There we go. That's a nice little snow level. Now I don't want it to look exactly like the other one, so we probably will go ahead and change it up a bit. Yes. Let's start from scratch. I don't want to risk making it look too much like the other one. I feel like if I did that, it would just end up being a clone. We just want the dimensions to be correct. All right, so we got some snow in there. All right, so we gotta create something in here, like a little path or something. So I'm kind of thinking, let's pop out of this as a preview here, and I'm just gonna go to town creating stuff. Whoa, what's this big path? Oh, that feels too much. Um, kind of almost like the idea of like an intersection here. We're gonna create like an interesting little focal point intersection where it's like little paths going to the forest here, and then around these paths we're gonna have clumps of trees to kind of blockade this thing. Snow-covered trees there. Maybe they're not all snow-covered. We got a few that somehow avoided snow in them. I actually don't know if I like that. What else we got? I think we got a naked tree here. There we go. Let's get some of these going. That's a little bit more interesting. There we go. So we got some snow trees there. What else do we got here? Ooh, we got these like kind of snowy rock looking things. They're kind of fun. I'm gonna put some of those up here. Like almost like you're kind of in the mountains and there's like just blocks of snow. Cool. And then unlike the grass, we got these little, see, we can kind of make the path look a little bit like there's snow falling off of it. Let's see, that was not bad. There we go. Cool. Cool. And let's see here, we got there. Oops, there we go. There we go, there we go. Cool. See, kind of give it a little bit of dimension there. Then, of course, we got our snowy grass. Kind of give it like little bits of things happening here. All right, feeling pretty good about that. And boom, cool. Up, maybe get some on this on the path there. I guess we could probably even combine that with a little bit of the regular grass because this maybe has no snow on it. It's like just weeds sticking up. All right, and then some rocks. Painting stuff. All right. Okay, that feels pretty good. All right, we got a little bit of subtle snow going along here. We got that. You know, we didn't try any of this ice out. I'm curious if we can maybe put some of this in here somewhere. I don't know where we'd go though. We need somewhere where there would almost be like a lake forming. Maybe this section over here is like the edge of a frozen lake instead of that. I kind of like that idea. It's kind of like tie in something different. So we got to get rid of these trees at the top. And of course there can't be grass in the lake, so let's get rid of that. Just something kind of different, you know, like give it a sense that there's like something else going on over here. Let's get rid of these guys, and then we don't want that snow here, but I could definitely have snow along the edge of the lake, so let's try that. There we go, like that's kind of fun. Give it a little bit of dimension edge to it. Cool. All right. So then we go ahead and we're going to do preview mode here, test. We need to create some starting locations. So let's do, where do we want to put these guys here? I'd say we start these guys up in the corner, up here. And these guys will be down in this corner over here. I feel like those, I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of adjustment to the path here. There we go. And then let's change the snow up a little bit. There we go. That feels good. Okay. Green team, red team, hero, hero, and then let's rotate them to face the correct direction. Save our map. And there you go. Now this is another kind of a medium-sized map. Larger. Line of sight is blocked to the characters here, although these two guardians, this guardian here can see me. That's maybe okay. We could certainly have an option where we close that off somehow if we get rid of this path or add another obstacle here. Could be interesting. We haven't really done a map yet where we've sort of, I guess some of the larger maps we have where we close the starting locations like that. Trying to think if it'd be worth experimenting with something like that. I would just have to move a tree down or move a rock down to kind of have it like almost. Let's take a look at that. I'm just curious. I haven't done a map like this before where we did like this. There, let's try that. It's kind of different. We got this like almost like rock crop structure cropping out. Kind of fun. All right. So there's another starting map there with some snow involved in it. Different structure to it. Some naked trees in conjunction with that. Our little snowy outcroppings there. Yeah. Feels very organic with the lake and everything. So there's another map. Any thoughts on the name for this one? Like Snow Crossing or I don't know, Snow Crossing. Peter says, weird for a rock to be in the middle of what looks like a path. Yeah, okay. I know, I was trying to think that maybe they built around it. What if we did like this? Does this help it at all? If I do like do 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 do, kind of put that like there, like this. I almost want to have this have something else around it though. I was trying to figure out how to. Maybe the path goes around it. Yeah. See, I like the rock being there, but that tree there feels weird. Oh, he likes it like that. Okay, good. All right, we'll keep it like that. We'll just say this tree is sort of grown out there. Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's sort of like this little crossing here, and we got a lake over here on this edge that's been frozen over. Got some forest over here. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. This map's got like a, you're gonna get this big block of line of sight here. Snow just to the left of the rock. I'm not sure what you're saying here. Snow just to the left of the rock. Do you want me to add snow here? Like, oh, I see what you're saying. Put snow there. There we go, like that. Yeah, there we go. Now that looks more natural. That's much better. Yeah, yeah. I knew there was something that was just visually off about that, and that looks a lot better. Yep. All right, we got it. Cool. Yeah, that's another nice fun map there. All right. Snow crossing. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. I'm trying to think what we could do next here for a map. Hmm. Do 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 do. All right. Can we do another scenario-like map? Interesting. We could attempt it. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to introduce new rules to it. We could probably have it trigger a prompt or something like that. I'm trying to think what we could do with that. Have like a scenario or objective to it. The one issue with having a boss thing that we can't do right now is that there's no way to give the boss the neutral player does not have any kind of player assigned to it. So you can create things you can destroy, but you wouldn't have any option where what's it called? The boss or the monsters would not move or take turns. So I'm a little bit hesitant to make like a killing objective where you have like neutral units if the neutral units, yeah, it'll counterattack you, true, it will counterattack, but they don't move or attack, which feels strange to me. I would want them to have some kind of like aggro toward you. If you attempt to attack it, it like puts the aggro on that player, and then that character is going to then try to attack that player on subsequent turns. So something like that would be kind of cool. I wonder if we could create something where we had like an alternate victory condition though, where we had like you had like we were saying like crystals or towers you had to destroy that you could have on a map where the objectives would be to destroy the opposing team's units for a win condition in addition to the heroes. But yeah, that's a major shift to the gameplay. Hmm. Well, throw your ideas out at me. I'm all ears. Let's hear what you got. I'm gonna try and think through it as we do it here. As long as it's something that we can do in the next, we got about 45 minutes left, and it doesn't break the game balance too much, and it we can make it communicate pretty easily that there's a new objective type. I'm willing to try it. That's why we're here, to learn, to fail, learn, and then succeed. I'm all for it. All right. Trying to also think what kind of new theme we could do too. So I'm trying to keep track. We made a desert, a snow, a grass, and a cave. Um, so I'm just trying to feel like maybe we haven't done jungle yet. Could be kind of maybe the next one we do. Jungle, jungle, jungle. Maybe we could do a raining in the jungle because we haven't done a rain in the jungle yet. I'm curious how these medium-sized maps are going to feel gameplay-wise because it's interesting. All right, let's copy this. Get our next one ready to go. All right, so up here's thinking about that. Whoa, that's crazy! Look at that. This weird combination of jungle and. All right, so this will be called New Map 5 for now. Clear it. Save it. Guess I don't want to call it copy. We'll change that. All right, let's see here. Let's create. Let's see what we can do here. Panker says, what about the Starlight idea? In a desert large map, every turn the character is pulled toward one center space. Plant creature with vigil in the center, so when players get pulled into the center, it attacks. Sounds awesome. Don't have the animations to support it. We need something that would be justifying the means of, yeah, dang as a neutral thing might not work, huh? I love the idea of where it's going. I like the idea that there's something in the middle like that, but we would want to do it right. Like have tentacles or something that's actually doing the animations to be pulling characters in and making the having it make sense to the player what's happening within that situation. Yeah. All right, I'm trying to think what we can put on this desert jungle map here. I'm just populating things as Peter is brainstorming here, and we're just going to put stuff on this map. I'm going to put like, let's see, some of these pods, some jungle growths. What other jungle-y things do we have? Da, 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 da. It is a funnel. A funnel. Not sure what he means by that. It is a funnel. Oh, just have the desert tiles get darker as it's closer to it. Oh, right. Yeah, we could try something like that. Let's see. I'm gonna try and paint his thing he's thinking of here. I guess what we'd have to do is like darker as it gets closer to the center. See, the problem is we're not going to get enough. We need to draw. It needs to be like hand drawn to make something like that because we would need like a lot of tiles to make that level of gradient. I could do it like this, so you kind of get the sense that there's a pit there like that. What's our large map size here? Let's save this one and we'll come back to it. Let's do this one. I could make it on this one. Morning! Clever name already taken is here. All right, ready for some puns. All right, we needed you because we've got all these levels we're making, and I need funny names for them. We are making new levels today for the multiplayer. It's something we haven't done yet, and so far we've created 4 new levels. I realized when we went through our list we had a lack of medium-sized levels, so we decided we would try and create some new medium-sized levels. And right now I'm taking a brief moment to explore Peter's idea. We created, we have the ability to create scenarios within the levels, and Peter wants to create like this Sarlacc type of thing that pulls people in the middle, but I'm concerned we don't have the art and the animation to support an idea like that yet. But I'm gonna try to give an example of how it could work. So he said like it's darker toward the middle. I probably need to create more paint colors to do it. Oh, see, that already looks weird. Oops, dang it. Hang on, let's try this again. Let's use this desert thing. In fact, I'm going to do it all as one color so it even makes it even easier. All right, I'm just doing a test here so we can see Peter's thing if it didn't work. Even in a large map, I mean, you're talking about the entire thing being, let's see, put that there, that there, that there. Oop, get rid of these things. Okay, so now if I went darker by a small amount, let's see, small amount of darkness, small amount of darkness, small amount of darkness. So you see what I'm saying, Peter? It's like almost like you get some sense of the dimension there, but it's not really per se. That's interesting that that's almost the same darkness. It almost looks darker than that. I could definitely create new gradient shades, but I just don't think it's going to generate the um, what's it called, effect you're looking for, like a central pit, the slope. I feel like if we're going to create slopes, it needs to be like, I like the idea of what you're talking about, like a giant pit that sucks you in, but it needs to be like drawn, and it needs to be animated. Like I like the idea of like a giant maw type of thing, but it needs to be something that would like very clearly demonstrate the VFX. And I just don't think we've got the means right now to build it with tile painting. You can kind of get some of the idea of the sense of a slope here, but it's not really giving me enough of a like you're going into a pit type of thing. Even if I put the black at the center, I still feel like that's just too flat, too flat. Yeah, yeah. I like where the idea is going though. Like it's definitely going on the backlog of stuff we can make. See, here's an example of a pit where like that feels like it goes into the ground. So if you wanted to make something that was like a giant pit like that, we would want to make it where it's, yeah, there's something there causing it. Like tentacles coming out the ground or something like that. Crystal or something in the Maltros has a crystal in the center that's casting the gravity spell. Yeah, that's an interesting idea too. Um, I also don't know how gravity we would want something like if it's randomly pulling things into it, there needs to be a trigger for how to randomly select the characters in the game that pulls it toward it as well. Arcane Totem of the Lesser Hoover Maneuver. Oh, that's great. Or pushing, yeah. Interesting. All right, I'm going to switch back to our jungle map we were creating here a minute ago. I think that's going to be probably our last level we're making today. Let's see here, because I'm going to start to push the updates out. My jungle. Let's put the tiles back. All right, so I was just trying to fill a gap of different level terrains we hadn't made before. We made a winter level. We made a cave where you've got dragon eggs, and so that one was pretty cool. I liked that one a lot because the dragon egg one, you actually could get control of the dragon eggs. I'm gonna go and pop over it real quick to show clever name. So this one we made earlier. This is level 2 that we made, and it's cool because here you're in this cave and the dragon has laid a couple eggs, but when you play the level, since the eggs start as neutral, players can actually go for them and nobody owns the egg, so whoever destroys it gets to keep the egg. So this is kind of a cool tactic. I pull the egg towards me, and now I can go get the egg, and now I've got a little dragon, and you see how fun that is to steal the egg and then capture it. Or maybe I'll use my dragon to go capture the other egg. Can I reach that egg? Yes, I can. I like the layout of God Rays of Sunlight. Yes, the God Rays! the guy. We're gonna get those rays animated as well. Daniel Spurl, I was mentioning, he created a VFX for us. I have not put it in the engine yet, but it will actually make these animate, and it looks really sweet when it does. So yeah, kind of a fun little thing there we did with the dragon eggs, and Maltros and Peter had some cool ideas where we've got other stuff we could eventually do like this, where we've got spider eggs. So you can imagine these maybe unleash little spiders that you can control. So I'm digging those kind of ideas, and we've got them on our backlog for future level ideas. So anything like this, it kind of gives you a little surprise and makes it have a motivation to go forward. And we were talking about how the levels can actually have rules to them. So we have the possibility to create game types within the levels themselves that actually change the victory conditions. I hadn't anticipated doing that today, so I'm a little hesitant just because I don't um, know what the impact will be, if it'll be confusing or what. But I love the idea of doing that. Have a laboratory with a broken golem. If you do a healing effect to it, it wakes up and joins your team. Yeah, see there, that sounds awesome. I love that. Broken golem. That sounds great. Yeah. I like the idea that you can control little things, or maybe it's even just like a little golem sitting on the, like you have him over here. See, he doesn't look like he's broken though. We need like an animation where he's just sort of standing there. You could go up to him and then fix him, and then yeah, I like that. That's cool. Very cool idea. All right, so what was that level we were making? This is our last new level. I think so. I think we'll end up with 5 new levels today. We're all said and done. This one I was making here is just a jungle one. I just started painting stuff on it to kind of give it like something to start with. I wanted to kind of make it a little bit more interesting though. Radial 0.5. I don't know. I'm not sure how I would do this to make it look more. Arrays. That's kind of interesting. Sure, we haven't tried these trees yet. Just trying to create something, sense of contiguousness here. And then what's that VFX? We have a specific particle we created for this. I don't remember what it is called. It's like jungle spores maybe. Spores are always nice for jungle, says Peter. Yeah. So I'm looking for it. I don't remember what we called it though. Is it jungle spores? Let's try this. There you go. So this is just a really subtle effect we created that sort of gives you like a sense that there's little things floating around. And then I can, there we go, hide that so you can see, there we go. So I got some little particle effects going on in there. Kind of fun. And then the spore pods are great because you got something sort of knocking you down. It's almost like a little clearing in the jungle. I don't have any solutions for water in the game yet, but it's nice if I can like maybe put it on the edge to give the sense there's like water. Yeah, it just looks a little funky. I really want to get water working because I think it'd be cool to have like little pools like this, but there's a lot of work involved with water and getting it to look correct. See, like you have the little shorelines, and for some reason that's not scaling correctly. I don't know why. We've had all kind of, there we go, that's the correct one. All kinds of issues with getting water and VFX to work. The main problem being I don't know how to make it so that it looks like characters can either walk over or walk into it. So yeah, spores, fireflies, latent magic nonsense. Who knows? Exactly, says Clever Name. All right. So this level is just kind of like an open level right now. We got some spikes along the side you can knock people into, spore pods, little traps. Peter says, I always like when there's a subtle story going on each level, like maybe there are bones around the water. Yeah, like don't drink the water. You'll end up like this. Ah! Maybe we put little bones by the spike traps here or by the poison things to kind of indicate that things died near it. The pond was cool. Maybe water deals damage. Yeah, I was talking earlier. We've got this water, and the main reasons I haven't put water into the game yet is because of the fact that I I don't know how to deal with it. It's really like weird when you put characters on it. See, because they have shadows. So we don't have like we don't have any kind of animations yet that support going into water, right? Is this shallow water? Is it deep water? If it's shallow water, even still, and they can walk on it, the shadow should disappear, and we should be seeing little like ripple effects. And I was mentioning like In Zelda Link to the Past, they have like almost like a squishy like duck slapping his paddles in the water kind of sound it would make. And then if they fall into it, do they go into swimming? Do they just simply like get pushed out of it? Do they drown and sort of like flash and disappear, maybe take a little bit of damage? I don't know yet. That is definitely something I need help with. I don't know how we deal with water VFX in that sense. I've got another type of water we've done too that's like this type of water. So this is sort of like almost like more like a current. What happened to the current? That's weird. Interesting. It's like it for some reason. Maybe I did something in the engine that's killing this particle. I'll have to look into that. It like did the emanation and the water just disappeared. Weird. Clever Name says LTTP and has a little like you are walking in the water sprite that goes under Link. Oh, Link to the Past. It's quite clever. Take off the leg armature. Yeah. See, we need some kind of solution to that. Like, do characters can they walk in the water? What happens when they're swimming, right? Because they probably can't do attack animations while they're in the water. Um, I see lots of potential for water and for water creatures even. Like water could become like a whole terrain element that has underwater creatures or things like that, and lots of potential for it. But what will it do and how will it work? I don't know. So that's why we haven't put water in the game yet, just because there's all these little subtle questions we haven't answered yet, where we've got to figure out how do things interact with water. In fact, I'm gonna pop over this one real quick. I have this swamp level I was really excited by, but I didn't put it in the game yet because I felt it was too problematic. What was that swamp level called? Peter says, yeah, I need to make you a splashing water animation. Yeah. So here's a swamp level. This is a good example of one I think is really fun and cool, but it's really weird because they walk on the water and you hear like the ground sound effects. So we need like a sound effects for water, and they need like a splashy ripple that happens underneath them, and that's something they did in Link to the Past that, like I said, even for a game that old, it was really well done, where you definitely felt like you're walking on water. And so you could get the sense of like a shallow water, and maybe if the water is shallow, you can kind of see like the ground underneath it. We need to like do a little bit of treatment with it, so like almost like you can see little like shore underneath it or something like that. And then deeper water, you can fall into it, and then they either can swim or I'm not sure. So all food for thought. If anyone's got ideas on how we could solve that, I would appreciate it. And it's the same issue for lava. So I was showing this earlier too. Here's our lava tile. This looks really weird right now, but if I do things, so you got this problem too with the shoreline. Like when things are up to the shore, you need like these little where's that VFX for this thing? Can I not put that on there? Maybe the VFX doesn't work on this. Maybe it only works on water. I don't know. Yeah, I put some kind of bug. I must have where the water doesn't work. But if you put like so these little shorelines we were working on to try and get like the sense that it was. I have no idea why this doesn't work. I haven't played with the water in a long time, just because it was causing me. I was sinking too much time into it, and yeah, there's some kind of issue here where you can kind of see the effect of the water rippling on the edge, but the water needs these type of things to make those transitions believable, and it also needs like a shoreline proper type of thing. Let's see, we got Earth Elemental should ripple the regular ground instead. Wow, yeah, that would be cool. Like they have little dirt that comes around them totally. So again, water's problematic. Lava, same issue. If I put lava down, we've got a few VFX we tried for it. I'll show you guys this again. So like here's different lava VFX. So this kind of gives you a sense of like something's happening with there. It's bubbling or whatnot. Um, or we got other types we've created that create different lava VFX. Let's see, we got our tiles. We got lava. There's a really crazy one. So we've clearly tried lots of experiments here, but none of them quite. They either look too subtle or they look too not like lava. Like lava's got like a really certain look. Ooh, something didn't like that. No, I tried painting something that wasn't lava. Yeah, here's another version. So you can see there's all kinds of different lava effects. Maybe something with Perlin noise and add a clamp shader for lava. Yeah, I'm not too sure what it is that will get lava looking right, but these are all problems. And then like I said, the same issue with lava and water is that when you walk onto it, right? So actually, do have it cause fire damage, which is fun. But now he's standing on it, right? So if this is actually lava, I have a hard time believing that he's standing on it, that he's got a shadow on it. right? So it's almost like we have to treat this as a special type of terrain. And some of the ideas I had was like maybe like if you get pushed into lava, it knocks you away, like we have with this thing. So you like take fire damage and then I gotta restart it to do that. So it pushes you away like that. We could do something like that. Not entirely sure yet how that would play out. Um, yeah, I have the same concern with things like this. We've got this pit trap that looks like that. And I'm really excited by these pit traps, like you can fall in the hole, but we haven't yet figured out what that does. One possible idea is that you like walk into it, you fall into the hole, and then maybe you remove from the board for a turn while you climb out of it. So it'd just be like, he falls into the hole. That's another good example. Link to the Past. I love that game for so many reasons because it's a good top-down analogy to ours. But in that game, when you fall in the hole, he does like the little spinning into the void animation where he's like sort of falling. And I could see that similar thing here where you can knock someone into a pit, they fall into it, and then maybe like one turn later they reappear outside the pit. Yeah. Pancreas says push away makes sense and seems like an easy rule for lava. I agree. Make the sprite smaller and darken it. Play a Looney Tunes falling noise. Yeah. So these are all really cool things I want to get into the game because it would be really sweet to have like the pit traps working. But until we've got the proper animations, sound effects, and other elements to support them to make them more believable, it's hard to justify putting them in the game right now. So yeah, keep those ideas coming. Post them in the forums, post them on the Discord so we can figure out how to solve that. All right, let's go back to our last map here again. Try and finish this up so we get our last map done here. So I kind of like how this shaped up. I like Peter's idea of putting little warning signs around the danger spots. Maybe there's some, would it be too much to put blood around the edge of the spikes? Is that getting a little too graphic? I don't know. Fresh blood there. If there was some kind of animal, I might believe it. Let's see, maybe some leaves falling in the desert or jungle. Yeah, that kind of feels nice. A little bit of leaves falling off of that thing there. Some different. Oh, mushrooms. There's a decoration we haven't put on the map yet. I don't know why we haven't used these mushrooms yet. Little mushroom clusters, and then where's our little flowers at? I'm just gonna try and put some other little stuff here. Okay, so there's some more things there, and then we've got of course our little grass. We're gonna try something with that grass. I'm not sure if the grass tints or not. It might. Let's see if it does. And if it does, can I make the grass brighter? Oh, I can. Awesome. Sweet. All right, so that looks like it blends with the jungle a bit nicer. I like that. So that's 0.5 there. Flowers are a bit much. Okay, thanks, Peter. Let's get rid of those. Yeah, let's just stick with the mushrooms. I want those mushrooms to be pointing this way. There we go. Those kind of, there we go. That looks better. Um, let's do that grass up here. And let's continue our path of this thing too. Go edge to edge with that. Can't tell how far this is going out here, so I'm just going to pop this out into full screen. There we go. That kind of makes it a little bit more continuous. And then let's get that grass in there. Let's see, grass. And then I think we did this for the deco paint, so the grass looks a little bit more like the jungle grass. There we go. Maybe one more of these in there, right there. Too much. No, I want that, just the corner of that. Kind of like that one, but the corner. No, not that one. No, too much. Leave it like that. Let's see here. Let me get some more, just trying to put some more decorations in here to make this look more filled in. A lot of spikes around the outside edges. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Brambles. Yeah, I feel like you're in a thicket then. Something like that. Brambly jungle. Like just all plants have overruled this thing. And then maybe in this corner we've got a lot more of those, what are these guys called? The spore, jungle spore things. Like I just see a bunch of these weeds all growing out here. Butterflies feeding on the dead. Yes. That feels pretty jungly. So here's, oh, we didn't create the spawn points yet. Yeah, we gotta decide how we want this to begin. I imagine these probably being just a straight up face off here. But one thing I do feel like I want here is another something. I think I want to put a bramble there, just so there's something to tie and block this off a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's do this. Spawn points, red team, green team, rotate, 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 rotate. And then we need to put the hero markers. There we go. That feels pretty good. Wide variety of interesting things happening here. We got trees, we got little blockades, we got this little blocker here. Maybe I'll remove that extra spore jungle pod thing. There we go. Yeah, feels pretty interesting. Lots of choices on where to go. Lots of obstacles, lots of deadly jungly things there. Got a nice little VFX going on there. Can't have two decorations on top of each other, but piles of bones around the butterfly. Is there a butterfly in this level still? I don't think we have. I think you said remove the butterfly, so I did. I do have just noticed that these leaves over here look a little strange because there's two of them. There we go. That's better. Have one of the spawn points rotated to be looking at the butterflies instead of the battle. Huge fangs. Killer butterflies. Future unit coming at you. I kind of have something that looks like a killer butterfly. Where's that thing that looks like a... Here's a killer butterfly. It's mutated out of control. That's a necropid. A nightmare flying bug demon type of thing. I have no idea what its powers are, but I'm sure you guys will help come up with something cool for that. All right, so I'm not sure what we call this level here. Jungle Bramble Path. Clever names here. You got a name for this? Clever name. We need a clever name for this new jungle level. What do you got for us? What do you got? Meltros, give me those. Creatures from hell. Ha ha ha. Any fun names for this level? And then we're going to get these into the game. I'm excited. New levels in the rotation. Oh, actually, while clever names come up with a name for this, for right now I'm just going to call it Jungle Bramble Road. That's a really lame name, but I needed something for the placeholder. So I'll let clever name ponder that name for a while. And then while we're doing that, I'm going to go and fix this other level in here that we said was broken, the spider cave. I needed to replace Forgotten Grove. Ooh, I like that. Forgotten Grove. Deep Woods. Maltros. Deepest Woods. All right, I need come to consensus here. What's the final vote? Everyone type your favorite name again so I can get that. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna fix these spawn points here. All right. Deepest Woods. Okay, Deepest Woods it is. Okay. Rotate. Hero. Hero. Rotate. Butterfly lair. All right, I got one for Deepest Woods, one for Butterfly lair. What's Peter's? What's your vote here for the jungle level? I'm gonna save and this is just fixing this level over here. Spider cave, that should fix the spawn points. Butterfly lair, Deepest Woods. All right, Peter, your deciding vote. What's it gonna be for the jungle level? Probably less of a woods. Well, we gotta put the butterfly in there now if it's gonna be called Butterfly lair. We'll have to make a scenario with an attacking butterfly and call it butterfly. Yeah, I agree. We need a special level with a giant butterfly nesting in there. We'll call that the butterfly lair. I like that. What was the other name that you had? Oh, Forgotten Grove. Yeah, I kind of like that one. Let's call it that. Forgotten Grove. That was a cool name. Hey, Turbo Play Live. Hello, hello. Welcome. We are building levels. It's awesome. So Turbo Play Live, is this Cat? Is Turbo Play Live Cat? we did a stream with the Turbo Play Live guys yesterday on the Cat and Kermit show, and it was awesome. They started the stream off blowing each other up in this kind of Quake style game called Dusk, and then they jumped on to Summer's Fate, and we had a bunch of folks from our player community there um, going at it round robin style and having all kinds of cool battles. It was a lot of fun. Ooh, I like that name. All right, let's see. Forgotten Grove. We're going to call this level Forgotten Grove. We like weird. Indeed. Indeed, we do. All right, so we got the Forgotten Grove. All right, so that is pretty sweet. All right, let's go ahead and save this level. That's a much better name than I came up with. All right, so let's do a recap for everyone who's new to the stream here, and we're going to showcase some of the work we did today. So on the Turbo Play stream yesterday, I got the great inspiration from Kat, who hosts the show. She was asking about how many levels are in the game, and it inspired me to create some new levels because we haven't done that on our stream yet. We've mostly focused on creating new cards and characters, and I was totally neglecting the fact that new levels really liven up the content and make the gameplay feel fresh. So we decided to make some new levels. And let's see. Let me see where we started. The first level we did today was a oh, what was it? I know it was a bigger map. Oh yeah, it was right. It was the rain level. Um, what was it called? Something rain. Field of Rain. Yes. So we went through our existing levels. There's 20 levels currently in the game. We've added 5 new ones today. And this one was a medium-sized map. So we realized that there wasn't a whole lot of medium-sized maps. We had a lot of small maps, a few larges, and so we decided to focus on making medium-sized maps today. And this level introduced our rain VFX, has a nice little road to it, and so it kind of gives you a nice little subtle but relaxing level with some good line of sight coverage from these trees and cool effects. Clever Name says, "Oh, I like that rainy one." Yeah, that was Pancreas's idea there to get the rain in there, and I was surprised we hadn't actually used the rain VFX except in a couple of levels in the scenario. So yeah, it was nice to bring that back in. This is the nice like top-down rain. So that was the first level we did, and then we had some great ideas from Maltros joined the stream and suggested the idea. Oh yeah, Clever Name says reminds me of Vancouver. Yeah, exactly. Vancouver, kind of Seattle area up north up there where it's like on the coast and it's got that nice, very nice subtle, relaxing rain. All right, and then we made a cave level, and this one's really cool because this level introduces a fun kind of objective where we put in some dragon eggs. So you can imagine that like a dragon flies in from the ceiling, creates a little roost here, puts little eggs in each corner. And what's cool about this is that now we've got these eggs, and whoever destroys the egg gets a new pet. So I'll use a gravity well to pull one over here. You can kind of see that when we chop the egg open, we've got a little baby dragon. And now he's on our team, and I can go use him to burn these guys down to the ground. Isn't that awesome? So there's 2 of them, so this guy could theoretically get this one, or if I'm quick about it, I can free my brother. Come on, brother. Get these guys. Yeah. So kind of a fun little objective we created in the map there to kind of give it some interesting variety. And then, let's see, after we did that one, we did a desert one, and I believe it was this Desert Ruins. Yeah. So the idea here was kind of like almost like a dungeon had been buried in the sand, and it's the wind's kind of blown it. Oh yeah, we need to get some wind. That would be we haven't made a desert storm VFX yet, like a sandstorm. That would be awesome. Maybe for this level, get like a little sandstorm VFX going. I have to try and make something like that next time. So this one's got some fire traps and cacti obstacles that you can knock people into the spikes. Pretty cool. And then we did just like an interesting winter one that kind of had a little bit of a crossing to it, like a frozen lake in the corner, and kind of divides the map interestingly with this like slant of obstacles here. And then our last one was the Forgotten Grove jungle level. Where's that one? This one here? Yeah, Forgotten Grove, yeah. This one's got the jungle and the brambles and the poison, and don't go near the poison as the skeletons warn you. Yeah, so there is some of the levels we created today. Oh, I just realized that why is this summoner over here? We gotta fix that. Let's see. Units, hero. Pancreas says yes. Wind would make the desert so nice. Yeah, I agree. That would really make it pop, I think. Oh, interesting. Why is it? There we go. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay, and let's make sure these guys are all facing the right way. I'd like to have them face the summoners. Okay, that looks... Hello! Alright, perfect. Save that. Okay, so we've created our new levels, and we want to add them into the multiplayer rotation. So how are we going to do that? Well, it just so happens I've got a handy dandy tool for that. Clever Name says the summoner got distracted by the butterflies. Yeah, he was like, ooh, butterflies. The non-existent. I love when we keep talking about the butterflies in this level because there's no butterflies. We killed them. We got rid of them. Do we need to put them back? I don't know. All right, let's see here. So we're gonna go to hit back. So here I've got something called playlists and multiplayer. This is the list that determines all the levels that go into the multiplayer rotation. So what we're going to do is go in here and drop in the new levels we created. So I believe the first one was called Rain, Field of Rain. So let's go find Field of Rain. There it is. Let's add that. Cool. And then we've got Forgotten Grove is definitely one of them. So that's number 2. Did I add it yet? Plus button. Field of Rain, Forgotten Grove. Excellent. And then let's go with Dragon Egg Cave. Push it in there. Okay, so that's 3. And then we've got the Snow Crossing. So that one's in there now. And then the last one was the Desert Ruins. I forget what we called that. I think it was just called Desert Ruins. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Field of Rain, Forgotten Grove, Dragon Egg Cave, Snow Crossing, and Desert Ruins. They're magic. We can't see them. Yeah, sorry about that. I just realized that my video chat box is probably right where the list is showing those levels that are on there. But they're there. Field of Rain, Forgotten Grove, Dragon Egg Cave, Snow Crossing, Desert Ruins. All right, so we're going to save this. And now I believe we can throw those in there and test it and make sure that they show up in the game. Now, the tricky thing is they're one of 25 levels, so it's going to... We got a 1 in 25 chance, or I guess in this case, we got 25 of 5 out of 25, 1 in 5 chance of getting one of the new levels to spawn when we test it. Pancreas, maybe it should be called Butterfly Lair still, but no butterflies. Only we will know the story. Yeah, that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and get this ready to push to DLC update here. So what we're going to do is just test it really quick, make sure that it shows up in my local first. So let's see how we're going to do this here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and drop it in. I'm going to be bold and we're going to just try this out. Forums. No, I want website, local store. This is the one we want, right? This is the one that was edited today. Yep. Copy. And then we're going to go to DLC. And I believe I just paste this in here. Replace. Okay. Make sure this is DLC version 4, and then def should be version 4. Good. Okay. Can players see level names right now? Ask the Pancreas. No, they're not surfaced anywhere. At some point, I want to have that in there. Like, we'll probably do cool things like as we expand our community, get more players, we'll start to expand the multiplayer. So Hero Mages was really cool. That game had a full-on like lobby system where you could pick levels. In fact, maybe can I show that off really quick? Let's see if I can do that. This has been a fun stream. Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Pancreas. It was great to have you here. Let's see. Allow. I was going to maybe show off. This is our first game, by the way, Hero Mages, where we see this is poor Flash is getting. I used to love making levels, says Meltros. Yeah. So let me see if I can. I'm just showing you guys this to kind of show you like where we're going with our multiplayer system. So at some point we'll probably create something like this. Although the lobby is one of the it's very difficult to create. Let's see here, live test, and I'm just gonna put in a bogus password just to show you guys the thing. So here's what we had in Hero Mages. It was like maybe kind of see in the corner. You have the level preview in the bottom there, and you can actually change the level and say I want this one instead. And it would actually preview the map for you. And then the really cool thing was I believe you could pick starting points. It's been a long time since I've done this. Do we have start zones? There we go. Yeah, you can do chosen. So you can actually choose your start zone. I want start zone 1. and they will actually put my color at the top there. So you had a lot of, like, this was almost like a full customization. You could pick your start zone. It would show where you were in the map. And you see this one here has obviously got support for 4 players, so we could do 2v2 in here. These are all things I intend to bring to Summoner's Fate in the future. And this was also cool because you could kind of have a lobby. There was a main chat room system in the game where you could join these lobbies and actually configure the game, and you could pick your heroes here and do all that stuff too. And players could kind of see the updates in real time. So we'll develop this as we get further along. Right now our priority is getting the single player procedural campaigns working, because that's going to be the biggest draw for most players, and will provide the most support in building our community when we have the single player done. And then of course we'll expand, because we know that most players will kind of start with the single player, and then they're going to want to eventually branch out to the multiplayer. So we'll start adding all kinds of multiplayer features and game types. I love the idea of having different game types in the game, and yeah. All right. So let's push this DLC out, and let's assume it's going to work here. I'm going to go ahead and push the new DLC here in Dreamweaver. So this is going to update the definitions now, and then this is going to go ahead here and do connect and push the levels out. I've already configured that to update. So now if we launch our Summoner's Fate, aha, look at that, new levels are available, boom. And I should probably update these release notes so other players come and see that. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Modify, so we have 5 new maps. Let's create another one here so new map 1 was called Field of Rain, a 6x9 rainforest level. We had the Dragon Egg Cave, 9 Cavern, chance to hatch dragons. Well, it's not really chance with we'll just say with hatchable dragons. Hatchable, is that a word? I don't even know. Pancreas. I remember when the multiplayer was an afterthought, but it was so quick to get working and so fun. It kind of took over. Yeah, it's true. The focus of this game was supposed to be a single player experience primarily, but then Peter and I were just so excited to battle each other. So we're like, let's go put it in there. Let's get that in there. And then let's see, we had Desert Ruins. 6x9 desert. And then we have now with real dragons. Absolutely. We had Snow Crossing. This is a 6x9 ice map. And then our last one was called Forgotten Grove. And that was a 6x9 jungle. Okay, so there we go. So now when people get the update, they'll be able to come here and see what actually was changed. So we created 5 new maps, see? And it was all created on our DLC today. Pretty fun. And let's go back in the game and make sure this actually works. So now that I've done that, I'll log back in. It's going to do the recreation of the atlas and everything like that. And just that you were going to make all the single player content first, add multiplayer after. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just hopefully see, we're just going to spin a few levels here and see if I can get one of the new maps to spawn. They should be in the game, but we won't know until we, of course, verify at least one of them is in there. Hey! There we go. That was quick. Easy. We got one of our new maps right here. This is the Snow Crossing one. So there you go. Pretty exciting. Forgotten Grove. Keep an eye out for the butterflies. Exactly. Yeah. I almost feel like this one needs a little bit more snow. Maybe I sparsed the snow too much. But yeah, so this is interesting. With it being a larger map, I can't just Griffin attack the first turn. I got to be a little bit more choicey about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a surprise on the Griffin, and we'll send it out there. Get my bugs in place. And let's get this guy over here. Maybe we'll go ahead and poison. Let's poison Cora. Jumping in queue. All right, Pancreas is going to enjoy it. We'll do an MP game here. I love it. Polish on these AI here. We'll go fight Peter. It'll be fun. Yep, here comes Assassin. Oh, yeah, Griffin. Sweet. polish off this guy here. Champion that guy. Q, not sure which. Oh yeah, Peter, just go ahead and join in the oh, I gotta. Oh, here we go. Oh, cover of shadows. I wasn't expecting that. All right, my plan backfired on me. All right, let's go kill this assassin. Heal the Griffin. I'm gonna finish killing this AI Peter's on my. Oh wow. AI is actually playing pretty darn good here. I don't know why he put the bandage down there though. If my sound effects are a little loud, I think they might be. I'm going to crank it down just a little bit for you guys there. Hopefully that's a little better. Q, the, oh, you're doing the spelling. Yes, Q, the U is silent. I know, that's such a weird word, isn't it? All right, let's go ahead and, not the bees, not the bees. Let's go, here. Take this guy out. Ow. Alright. Poison's doing its work there. So exciting to see the new levels in the game. Changing things up. Alright, let's see what can we do here now. Well, let's start by getting rid of this frost. Inject poor Cora with some more poison there. She got enough stacked on her yet? 6. Yeah, that's it. There we go. That's GG right there. I'm ready to go fight Peter, so she's going to die from the poison. Ah! Too many bee bites! Victory! Alright. Let's go fight Peter. The bugs are probably my favorite deck. I just love the bugs. I love mantises. Alright, here I come, Peter. Let's see what you got. Hope I get one of the new levels to try out. It'd be fun. Dragon level, maybe? Come on. Dragon level. Dragon level. Oh, is this the new level? No, this is an old level. Oldie but goodie. The jungle. That's alright. I suppose I could have weighted the levels higher. We can actually increase the chance that you'll get those levels by giving them a higher weight, but I was afraid that might make it a little too much. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna go all in here. Go for taking down Caitlyn here with the combo attacks. So I'll bring the Mantis up. Oh, I don't have enough distance to get to her. Darn it. Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that. Well, I guess that's still a pretty decent place for the Mantis. Maybe I'll go ahead and interesting. So if I go here, he'll be able to get me. I know what I'll do. Let's bring the Mantis up and let's send in the spider. Yeah! Little spiders. Let's put this guy over there. Let's heal the spider. I don't think I want to attack him. I'm going to just keep him there to block. The bee sound effect only shows up in the left channel of my headphones, and it sounds a bit weird. Oh, interesting. Huh. Alright, let's see what Peter's going to do. Little lion man, what do you got for me? What do you got? Excellent. Alright, it's good. So many orcs. Oh man, this could hurt. Orcs are rather tough brutes there. So orcs and goblins led by Caitlyn. Interesting. There is a non-zero chance that this is just my sound effect being difficult, but might be worth looking into later. Yes, I will absolutely do so. Yeah, it's interesting that the sound effects only come through one speaker. They should be all converted to stereos. Alright, so let's see here. We can't attack with our spider, can we? Because Caitlyn stabbed her. So that's unfortunate. But I can get my little spiderlings here to go poke this goblin in the back. That's pretty useful. Alright, let's heal up my caster. Let's do this. Put that guy over there. And then let's summon some... Oh, I can't summon with the full bees. Ah, here we go. Perfect. Yes! Get the bees in there. All right. And then let's get this bee. He's got one. All the other stabbing and dying noises are glorious in stereo. Excellent. It was only the bee sounds. Okay, good to know. All right, let's get the griffin in here. We're gonna take this orc down with me. And we're gonna do this. All right, feeling pretty good about that turn. We got him locked down. Locked down. Can't summon anything because his summoner is surrounded. Turbo Play Live. Ross, hey. Hello, Cat. Welcome. We've made some new levels and we're testing them out. It's a good morning. So it's pretty exciting. We made the new levels. We made 5 new maps today. Oh wow, sneaky Peter. We made 5 new levels today, and then we just did a DLC push, so the levels are all active in the game right now. So next time you come into Summer's Fate and play a game, there are extra maps, and I want to thank you again because it was your suggestion or question about the maps that inspired me to do the maps today. We have never made new levels before on the stream, so it was kind of fun. It was something different, exciting, and now we've got more maps. So thank you. That was awesome. All right, so let's see. He's all the way over down here now. I don't know if you guys can see him because he's hiding underneath my video camera there, but he's there. He's there. I'll show you. So this is Peter's little Lion Man summoner is Kaelin, the Valkyrie Mage. And a fun little tidbit about this is actually this character is modeled off of my wife Kelly, who also works on our team with us. So kind of a little fun trivia there. She's got this great smile. That's why she's smiling. But she's deadly. Don't let that distract you. All right, let's get in here and take this orc out.
Combo!
He went after my poor cleric there. I don't like that, so I'm gonna get him out of there. Run away! That's the hyper speed. Just in case you didn't see that, you know, he runs super fast, and it's just hilarious. All right. Now let's undo that. I'd rather have the spider go first because then I get baby spiders. Yeah, baby spider. Now all right. So that was a pretty good feeling turn. And Turbo Play Live says, I am so excited to see what magic you create. Aw, you're the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was real fun being on your show yesterday. I had a great time, and our players did too. So that was awesome. You guys are you and Kermit are. What just happened? Oh my God, I'm sitting here talking and look at that. That was a good move there, little Lion Man. That way to use the environment. So I got pulled into the spikes, into the poison mushroom thing, and now I'm poisoned. Wow, and all my little spiders died. And the assassin has been recloaked, even worse. Yeah, I was just saying it was a lot. We were on the Cat and Kermit show yesterday. It was a ton of fun. Got to watch them kill each other in this game called Dusk. That was like a kind of an old school, like classic 90s FPS Quake-like game. And then they came and played Summer's Fate and had fun fighting some of our community on the stream. A lot of good banter back and forth. A lot of fun. Oh, the assassin's revealed again. Now see what. Oh, he got the spider spotted him because you ended your turn next to the spider. I was like, how did I get this guy? All right, let's go polish them. Let's this guy off. I don't want that. Oh, you know what? Let's undo that. Before I do that, let's summon the little starling. So the red starling is great because when I drop this guy, all the other animals get buffed. So that's why this deck is called the Birds and the Bees. Got a little bit of bugs, a little bit of... No, giant ant. Hey, how do you know there's a giant ant? There's no giant... Are you looking at my cards? Are you looking at my cards? You looking at my cards? Giant ant. Indeed, there is a giant ant. And here we go. Let's get you in the back. Let's I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep my summoner protected by putting this griffin here, and then we're gonna put this Starling here, and I watch this. I'll trigger a combo, which will trigger all the surrounding characters to attack, give me bonus attacks without the risk of getting hurt. And now we've got Kaylin pinned. Alright, let's move this little spider up there. Join your buddies, little baby spider. The ant is so powerful too. Yeah, this is the Gargantuant. He's awesome. When the ant bites, if the unit has 3 or less life, it gets to chomp you again, and it does this awesome second animation where it uses the mandibles to bite you. Oh, what the heck? I didn't realize this little guy over here was hiding in the corner, the little healer. He was sneaking behind that brambles there. Oh no! I really want to play that dragon, the new level with the dragon eggs. That just sounds so fun. Oh, he busted free. See, this is interesting. I thought I had him cornered here, and he could come back here. That was smart. So by attacking the ant, Kaylin's got a disarm ability that prevents him from attacking. So now I can't use my ant to attack the next turn. And I'm slowly dying from the poison. All right, but I think I can get Peter this turn. Let's see. He's got 8 life left. Yeah, I think we got him. Let's see if we can do it here. Put this guy here. I wonder if combo attacks still work, by the way. I don't think so because he's got the cane attack. So let's go with this. So now I've got 5, and we pull him in for the combo.
Combo! Combo!
GG, my friend. Another round, though, I might not have made it. That poison would have done me in. No, says the pancreas. All right, want to try one more? See if we can roll. Well, hopefully, we got a 1 in 5 chance of rolling one of the new levels. Since there was 25 levels, we added 5, so 1 in 5 chance that we get a new level. And maybe I'll bring a different team this time. I'll try somebody different. I will play as the. I think I'm gonna go with Pyromancer. I love the fire bombardment. They're just such a great team. Clever Name says a noble death. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, Maltros is on. Oh, excellent, excellent. Bring it on. Bring on the fun here. We're going to test our new levels here. Real time. Oh, see, we didn't get the new level. All right, so we're going to have to just keep doing games so we test all the levels here. All right, I get to go first, and looks like I can lightning bolt you. This is the team he brought yesterday on the Cat and Kermit show. It was a pretty good team. I got to be careful. All right, well, we'll go ahead and firebomb you there. I'm just going to go ahead and we'll lightning bolt you for good measure. This Lich King is trouble. I gotta watch out for him. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm out of range. Good. All right. So for those just joining the stream here, my name is Ross. I'm the founder of D20 Studios, and we're doing a development stream here. Today we created 5 new levels with the support of our player community who helped us come up with the levels, name the levels, decide how to place the traps and things like that. And so now we just pushed the new levels into the game, so we're actually in the process of playtesting levels together now. So anybody who's in our pre-release has access to the new content we just created, and we're just having a fun time chilling, playing some games, and hoping to see how the new levels play out. So hope you guys are enjoying the show. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see or talk about. All right, here we go. We're going to firebomb Lich King here, and then my favorite personal spell, this Meteor Shower. Oh, I can't get that. I could go for the Earth Drake, but I risk hitting my teammate. All right, I'm just going to blow up these guys. We've recently made this Meteor Shower a lot more fun. As you can see, it just blows up all the tiles. It's great. All right, I do not want to have this Earth Drake behind me because that guy is a real problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to I'm going to go attack him with this guy. Take his armor down, and then I'm going to bring down the Phoenix to attack him from the rear. Pancreas says, well played. My tricky movement cards helped, but wasn't enough. I think Peter's got some games going on there. So everybody else is watching. We've got several players of our community now kind of active in the chat lobby, so this is a great time if you're looking for some games. Come and join us. Yes, excellent. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a shout out on our Discord here while Maltros is taking his noble turn. Just to let people know we're doing some games and to come help us test these new levels. Let's go to Summoner's Fate. Let's go to the Reach channel. I'm going to say at here. Oops. I'm going to I'm going to take my turn and I'll send this message. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see here if I can get Maltras down this turn. He's got 8 life left in his summoner. What can I do here? I can... Oh, I didn't realize at some point he took control of my... He resurrected my Marauder Warlord. He's a bad guy now. That's not good. So I probably don't want to summon this guy. So the question is, can I deal enough damage to his Lich King to take him out? We're going to find out. Let's start with the Phoenix. It's going to kind of not really help me out too much because he just regenerated his health, but I can summon the Phoenix again. I can get 2 damage here. I can get 4 damage here. And I think that's GG. GG, Maltras. I would have been in major trouble next turn with that Marauder coming in. Alright. Alright, I'm going to send a message out to our Discord inviting folks to come play test with us. We just added 5 new multiplayer levels to the game. And I'll put a happy face for that. Okay, cool. So just sent an invite out to our Discord. Maltras says, LOL, nice. Yeah, GG. All right, I'm going to switch my team again, so we'll try somebody new. Let's see here. I will play as the, let's see here. You know what, let's do Mind Gamers. I have not done them in a while, and for a while they were my favorite team. I really liked this group, and I sort of kind of fell in love with the bugs, and I've neglected the Mind Gamers, but this team is awesome. So they're all about using spells like mind control, counter spells, redirects. Like they get under your skin, they mess with your head. So let's see who's waiting in the queue next, and we'll do another match. Oh, looks like Little Lion Man's back for round 2. All right, let's do this. Hopefully get a new level here. Come on, new level. Is this a new level? No, it's not. Classic level. That's okay. So we got a 1 in 5 chance of rolling the new levels. So if anybody out there on the stream happens to encounter one of the new levels in the rotation, let me know what your experience was like. So far, we've played one of the new levels so far. It was the which one was it that we played that was new? The snow level, the snow crossing. Yes. Okay, so let's see here. Now, Peter probably knows what I'm doing here, so you know what? Let's get this guy out. Keep him in the back. All right. It's an interesting deck he's got here. All right, let's Psychic Blast that guy. Let's get my Samurai versus the Soul Reaver. There's an interesting combination. Okay, this should be outside the range. Good. All right. See, this is the cool new feature we added. We can check the range of the characters, and I'm feeling like I'm gonna move this guy over here, and I'm gonna get this guy out. I feel like I want to get a character out just because. Okay, cool. I would look. I won't look, says Pancreas. All right, we'll see. All right. So let's see what Pancreas has in store. All right, let's check our Discord here. I just got to ping back. Let's go. Oh, T-Lark is here. Excellent. Okay, cool. I'm going to ping him back and let him know we're in a fight with Pancreas here. Match. I will fight you next. All right, this is great. We're going to get all kinds of players in there. And where's my winky face? Let's see. All right. Excellent. So this is cool. I like playing the community because it's cool. It's seeing the different decks that come up with and things as well. It's always an interesting new challenge. All right, so let's see here. What do we got on the battlefield? We got he's using this Dark Elf Sorcerer. This guy is great because not only does he deal range damage, but he heals himself and surrounding allies. So that's going to be troublesome to take this guy down while he's on the battlefield. We've got the Bandit Cutthroat here behind me, but is currently forced to fight my Soul Reaver. And let's see here. What can we do here to kind of mix things up a little bit? This is a really fun card, but it only works with these type of characters. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to swap over here. I'm going to thwack this guy. And then, interesting, that's a good card. Let's go over here. I want to go over here. Let's see. Let's go pop over there. And then, do we have enough mana for that? Nope, not yet. Okay, let's see here. All right. I know for certain I want to attack this guy with this Soul River there. Awesome. And then I think we will... Are we in danger of this character? We are. There's not much I can do about that. So I could retreat her or go for pinging somebody for 2. I think we will... Ooh, tough call. Let's go. Let's zap his summoner. Go for the throat. That's my strategy. Go for the throat. Take out the summoner, take out the whole army. And he's got a very strong army right now. This is a horde of very powerful guys. The Archmage is not designed for these kinds of encounter melees, so we got to wait until we get some proper cards to distract and disorient his forces. That was a good play. So Frozen Blade knocks my, puts my characters all frozen and unable to counterattack back. It also relieves him of the taunt, so he can retreat now. Yeah, it's looking bad, very bad. That was a great play there from Little Lion Man. All right, so we can buy ourselves some time at the Gravity Well. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's see how far we can get this. That helped a little bit. Didn't quite get him enough out of range, but this may help us. Let's see here. Okay, let's go. Yep, blocked by Taunter. I guess I have to attack the Taunter. Okay, that's cool. We'll go attack the Taunter. Actually, maybe I want to keep this guy. We'll go attack this guy. Alright, end turn. That would be helpful. This card would be very helpful for us. I'm not going to say what it is because I know that Little Lion Man's not watching, but he can hear us. But if we can do this, that'll be great. I've got my eyes on this guy right there. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, what is the plan here? This could be bad. Oh no! Oh no! That was a great combination there. So the Cutthroat has a power where when she defeats an enemy, she throws a dagger at him for 2 damage. So he got a nice little 3-for-1 deal there. Very good move. Alright, but we got a secret weapon here. We're going to go with this. Yeah! Give me that samurai. That beautiful character is mine. Alright, so who can we take down? So we got 5. Let's go ahead and chop down. Oh, I guess I have to attack the Taunter, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then that will be helpful, but I can't use it right now. And let's see. I don't want to go out and expose myself. But we're gonna hang tight here. It's okay. We're just gonna buy ourselves a little bit of time. But now now Little Lion Man's got our newfound samurai friend. He has betrayed him, and now he is ours. Pancreas. I need to pay the samurai more. Yeah, the samurai is a fantastic character. He's a classic character from our first game, Hero Mages. We brought him back, and he's just as awesome as he was there. Oh! Yeah, oh, I didn't realize this. That is... Did you just trigger your... So I guess when I captured the samurai, Peter must have had cast the surprise on him. So I inadvertently stole the surprise VFX that was on the character. That was pretty sweet. And then Clever Name says, I love the theme of the samurai. You must duel me. Yeah. I apologize. I think the card might be cut off, but what this currently says is Pierce, Vigil, Armor 2. So Vigil means he gets to keep attacking. He has unlimited counterattacks. So kind of like the effortless effort, he just goes on forever. It's one of the samurai disciplines. But then he must fight adjacent enemies. So he's honorable. He can't retreat from enemies. He has to attack once he's locked into combat, which is great. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward here. We're going to go ahead and chop this guy down. All right, my health is looking low, but we're going to go ahead and let's play this. And then, oh, I wish I had the mana for that. All right, do I attack him or do I not attack him? We're gonna hold off because I've got that samurai closing in, and we're gonna leave it at that. I feel that's a pretty good turn. Pancreas is very upset. I captured his samurai. Yeah, it was it's just amazing to call out the how the game changed events here. Oh, so we just countered a spell. Nice. Stop that. Oh, counterattack. Oh, okay. So we countered the cover of shadows. Nice. Yeah, it's amazing how the game can change the tides of battle on a dime like that. So we were getting slaughtered, but as a result of using the mind control abilities, we have now taken the momentum against us and use it against Peter here. So the samurai's honorable. I can't go after his summoner like I would like to, so I have to chop down this bandit cutthroat instead. But let's see if I got some other options here. I'm just trying to think what we could do. Oh yes, definitely this. So this would be a great move. So this character here, the Arcane Giant, has a swipe ability. He's got this big giant scythe type of weapon, and what it allows him to do is attack all enemies that are within surrounding distance to him. So by doing this, I kill the bandit, and now the samurai is no longer in combat. I'm free to go in for the kill. GG. All right. All right. Ross is on a roll here today. Slaughtering all my players. Who else wants a piece of the dev? All right, let's see. Let's switch up. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna ping T Larkin. Hopefully, I can get him in the next match. And I think I'm gonna bring the skeletons to fight him. All right, let's ping him and say, all right, ready and joining queue now. Oops, I think I said Roddy. I'm not sure. Hard to type on my phone. All right. Good turnaround, Pancreas. Maltress says, bloodthirsty Ross. All right, I'm hoping we're going to get T Lark here. He's been waiting to play, so hopefully I join up with him. And I just let him know that we're joining. I'll ping him directly just to make sure he can see us. Oh. Join now. I'm in queue. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see if T Lark joins here. Oh, cool. We got him. All right, awesome. Yeah. Oh, who's he? Oh, this is a new team. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So he's made a custom deck here. I gotta say, Archmage is probably T Lark's favorite mage. Yeah, he loves this guy. And looks like he's brought the Evelyn the Paladin. Okay, so the Paladin is unique. She's got combat healing. When she attacks, she heals all the allies, and she can also remove debuffs. But because she's an Ironclad, she's also getting additional bonuses from Legatus Isabel. But she does basically is she rallies Ironclad. So she's like a Legatus in Roman history is like a lieutenant, not lieutenant, like almost like a general, like a high-level military commander. So she bestows Vigil and Pierce to fellow Ironclad. So I have a feeling it's going to be a very nicely synergistic deck. All right, let's start by getting our skeleton out the corner here. That's not a very good place for him. So move him along. Let's get our let's move this guy to the front lines, and then let's get our skeletons out here. I could go after him, but that's gonna just put me in the spike. So let's go ahead and just get him out, and I guess we'll put him down here. Okay, cool. All right, so just first turn, just getting our initial deployment out, moving forward. I have no idea what kind of surprises T Lark has in store, so this should be pretty exciting. Ooh, it's going to be intense. All right. Let's see what he's going to do. Oh, interesting. Go after the skeleton. All right. Oh, actually, that's a smart move, because now he can bring in the Paladin here and kill the skeleton, heal up his guys. I see why he did that. Very clever. Oh boy, here comes the soldiers. So here's that synergy kicking into place. So as a result of dropping that character down... Oh, that was interesting. Oh, okay, so you got Vigil and Pierce. I see. Oh, okay, and then he's an Ironclad captain, so he gives the other Ironclads +1/+1. Oh, wow, there's all kinds of synergy going on here. So all of his soldiers are getting buffed by the other soldiers' abilities. So this is the captain. The captain gives everybody +1/+1. She gives everybody Vigil and Pierce. That's great. That's an awesome combination. All right, well, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and knock him into the spikes. Take that. All right, takes care of him. And then he lost his buff, so that's good for us. What else can we do here? Oh, yeah, I see a lot of fun opportunities here. Let's go ahead and let's go. Do I want to put him here, then knock out the captain, some of the skeletons? Yeah, we're going to go in here. we're gonna go in, try and take out this, try and take out the paladin because we do not want to have paladins beating us down. Now I've got this guy that does 4, and I've got this one that summons skeletons. I'm trying to decide between the two. Do I want? Let's go with the necromancer. I want that skeleton in there. And then while we've got T-Lark on the run here, let's go ahead and send in the giant. Knock this guy back, and then we'll send in our skeleton. All right, the undead horde advances. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah. Next turn. Next turn. All right. So that was a good play. Those traps work to our advantage there. The spikes deal 2 damage on entering the pit. He's still got Paladin up there, but I think we can take her down next turn. What do we else got here? So her shield's down. Oh no! Oh no! I knew it was going to be so simple. Traitor! Skeleton traitor! No! Ouch! That was a good play. And he got the combo in there too. Oh, he undid it though. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, he probably wants to send in the other character instead. Oof. Yeah, that hurts. That was painful. You traitor. Why did you betray me? Ugh. Ouch. It hurts. Brutal. Alright, let's see what we got here now. Okay, I think we're going to go with the captain, because I want to buff all of the other skeletons. Okay. Now, we got to think very carefully about our next move here. I think we can get the paladin down with a couple hits here. Let's see. Let's do this. And then, do we want to go for the paladin here, or keep him facing that way? Let's take the paladin down with the skeleton. All right, and now let's see. Who's the next biggest threat we've got here? 11. So do we have enough damage? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dang, I could almost take down this guy, but I don't have enough power to do it. So what we might actually want to do is pull ourselves out of danger, which I think is what we're actually going to do, because 8 health is not a good place to be right now. So we're going to move him to safety. And then I think what we'll do is try and take down that Legatus. I know that Legatus is key to his deck strategy, so let's do that. Boom. Oh, no, I just realized that was a bad idea. Let's do it this way. Oh, she's got Pierce too. All right, let's undo that. We have a really smart way to do this. We can trigger a combo attack, which will...
Combo!
There we go. Now we get no repercussion there. Perfect. And this skeleton here, if I move him on the spikes, he's going to take 2 damage, so I'm just going to put him right here ready to go. All right, but we managed to keep our Lich King safe for another turn. So hopefully that will give us a chance to recover our health before T-Lark comes in for the killing blow. We know he took a big hit on mana last turn using the mind control, so I don't expect any big surprises this turn. All right, let's see what he's got. That was a good play, though, taking this guy from us. Oof. Mind control is such a good card. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to think what our odds are of getting the next level. So we had one of the new levels the first game we played, and I think this is our 4th battle now. So I'm hoping next game we get to draw one of the new levels we created earlier on the stream. All right. Pancreas says, "Come on, man alone." Is that what he just cast? Was he? I missed that last spell. Did anyone happen to catch what he cast? I was not paying attention. I was over here looking at this over here, and I totally missed the card. Haha, need to see the card in use. Yeah, we had some suggestions from folks at the convention. We were recently at Salt Lake Game Con, and they suggested having along the side here, like a history. You kind of see the last moves that were done, so you could kind of mouse over and see the cards that were played. And I agree that would be a really helpful thing to do. I've got it a log system in the debug mode for tracking bugs and stuff, but nothing that's player facing yet. So that's a great idea. Maybe along the bottom or the side here, we could have it. Yeah, was it life drain? I'm not sure what it was. It was some kind of either surprise or recovery thing because it just made like a blue V effect here. Ooh, Earth Drake. Oh boy. Yep, this could be bad. Okay. So we are now vulnerable. The Earth Drake, all the Earth creatures have a power that makes you vulnerable to all. So the next time you take damage, you take bonus damage. So it creates this really powerful cascading combination of damage VFX. And it lasts for 1 turn. So if we survive here, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. I think it was a smart move to get our Lich King protected versus go for the attack. So by putting him over here, we minimized risk from her. She's also pinned, which is great. So her shield is now down. She's kind of pinned down as well, which is good.
Combo!
Ooh, that was a good move. So similar to how I just did, we triggered a combo. Combos are a lot easier to trigger now because we changed how they worked in the game. Some folks think that maybe it may have devalued the combo a bit, but it's actually, I think, with that situation here, made it a lot more powerful. Normally, you would have to knock the character a space, but now you can trigger the combos even adjacent to the character. Now, this could be GG here. Oof. Yeah, so that extra bonus damage there was from the Earth Drake. So we are hurting. I really wish I had my sacrifice card here because this is going to be a big trouble for us. All right, it's close. All right, we got to play this carefully. We either got to kill him and defeat his summoner, which we can maybe do. Let's see, is there a way to do it? All right, if I send this, the skeleton captain's gone, so that's a problem for us. We can't summon him. There's nowhere to place these guys. Yeah, we're in some trouble. All right. All right, I'm trying to think how we're going to do this here. I know we can suck up some life from the night. Let's go with this. We're going to take this guy down. Oof, I really want to take her down. All right, let's try it like this. Okay. So we got step 1. Oh dear, it's so close. We got to play this really carefully. Could put this down. That won't really help us. Oh, that's a shame that we can't do that. What if I move him over here? Nope, it's still going to put him over there. All right. Maybe I should retreat again. I'm thinking about this. It would be to our advantage to retreat once again to keep him alive. But I really want that extra life stab. No, what do we do? It's so nerve-wracking. All right, let's put him over here. All right. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I think we're gonna buy ourselves some time. Oof. Nope, that's not gonna work because we put this here. He's just gonna come through with that, and then we're gonna be in trouble again anyway. All right, let's go for this. Oh, that killed us! No! I forgot the vulnerability was still going. Oh, GG. Oh. Man, I just the number of puzzles in my head I'm trying to wrestle with that one was good. That was good, T-Lark. Very good game. Oh man. Okay. All right, let's do another one. All right, so we have a 1 in 5 chance to draw the new levels. You know what? Let's try the Rugged Rebels. I have this is a new team we created. I have not had much experience playing as them, so we'll give them a try. We'll see how this goes. Let's see who's waiting next. All right, I'm hoping we get a new level. Fingers crossed. I really want to play that dragon level. I need a way to like pick the levels or something on this so I can just go for this. All right, who's next? Anyone still in the lobby? Want to go again? I'll say I'm in for another. Oops. I'm in for another. All right, so we'll see if we get anyone else. Clever name taken says vulnerable combinatrix 2. Yes, I know. Yeah, those Earth guys are good. I forgot that carries over to the next one. Oh, T-Lark says in queue. Let's go ahead and see if we can fix that. All right. Sometimes there we go. Sometimes the queue will create 2 rooms instead of joining like it should, so we just got to back out. Is this a new level? Nope, still not. Oh, dang. It's a 1 in 5 chance. All right. Let's bring this crazy deck again. This is gonna be nuts. Oh, he's got the force field up already. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna play this carefully here. I've got some clever plans for this turn though. I got some clever plans. Don't worry. It's gonna be good. All right, let's start off with this. Okay, let's see, can I get this guy? Not quite. Alright, let's do this. Yeah! Into the bear trap! Snap! Alright, let's play that. Let's put him up there and... Oh, interesting. So it didn't actually do what I was thinking it would do. The armor absorbed the damage. Okay, that's okay. Alright. Alright. Fun first turn so far. T-Lark is hiding in the corner in his little bubble. I'm going to get up there and go burst his bubble. Quite literally. Let's see what kind of things we got planned for next turn here. We know what this guy can do. I like him. That's always useful. Oh, and this guy. All right. Oh boy. Here comes the cavalry. The paladin has just been given a shot of adrenaline there. Ooh, the animation of the guy is just so comical. Everything about her animation is just like super fast now. Oh, he's just chinking away at my poor little rock guy there. I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay. So let's see. How are we going to retaliate with this? Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. And let me think here how we're going to play this. I really want to get this set up nicely. I think if I go him, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oof. There's just so many good choices here for possible options. We get this guy vulnerable enough, we can go party train with the barbarian, which I think is what we're going to do. Let's see how this will work. So I hit him.
Combo!
Oh, no, I don't want that. Undo that. I don't want him to do the combo there. I need this guy to... I want him to hit her. Okay, now I want you to get this guy. In fact, let's keep you over here. I want you far enough away from that. I don't want you coming after her. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, so by getting him down to 4, now we can do the party train with the barbarian, which is going to be a lot more fun. So we'll go party train with barbarian, and then let's see. To put him here, 1, 2, 3. I was really hoping I'd get a combo in with that last guy. That's okay. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so we're going to set up a combo chain here by getting the vulnerability here. Oh, wow. What the heck just happened there? Oh, she's got Pierce. That's right. Okay. Maybe that wasn't the best move, but nonetheless, let's go party train. Oh, he's got the shield up still. Darn it. All right, that's okay. We'll try it this way. Let's go paladin. Now let's get in the rear. Yeah! And now let's go and do I disarm his guy here or do I knock this guy forward? Let's go knock her. You know what? No, I'm gonna go for the throat. There we go. All right, I feel good about that. Good turn. All right. So far, Ruggeds are feeling pretty good. Rugged, rocky, you know. One of our players absolutely loves this guy in Discord. This is his new favorite character. Barbarian! Barbarian is just a great character with his ability to wreck and attack again. Oh, he just got wrecked though. Oh no! Okay, let's see. Unfortunately, I think we're out of range for this, which is it's just too bad. All right, let's see here. Let's get this. Okay, we can still have some fun. We can still have some fun here. All right, so let's see how we're gonna do this. Let's get Pancreas says taking off for lunch. Good stream, Ross. Thank you for being with us today, Pancreas. It was a pleasure having you here. Good battles, good insights in the levels. Absolutely fun. All right. All right, I'm trying to decide if I want to go for this knight or take out this Legatus because she's going to be a problem. All right, I can't reach her. Darn it. All right, you know what? Let's do this. Let's send in him. If I do that, I'm going to push her into the corner. See, there's all these repercussions here. If I use my push ability, then I won't be able to get range to attack. So I don't necessarily want to do that. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. We're going to push her into this guy. Nope, that wasn't helpful either. All right, let's just send these guys in. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's call it a turn. Oh, that's fun. Good card here. Exciting. This is always useful. And awesome. Very good. Okay, cool. Moving along here. It's always a good thing when you can get your enemy pushed to the corner because when there's no available spaces, they cannot summon any kind of creatures. So that's always an advantage. Ouch. I think he might be trying to go for the kill on this guy. Intrigued to see what happens. Oh no! No! That's much worse. Much more worse. Oh dear. Whew. Fortunately, we're gonna be okay. Into the shadows. No, I can't use that to cure him. Darn it. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Oof. Bad for us. Oh, and you got the troll too. Interesting. Alright, good. I'm glad you did that. So here's what we're going to do. Pop this guy. And then get an extra... Oops. Let's see how we're going to do this here. And we're going to play this. Excellent. Okay, let's end turn. Be a little crafty here. Crafty McGee. So all of his guys have been immobilized by the roots. He's pinned down, which is good for me. Oh no, 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 not that. Oh dear. Oh, that's the worst thing that could happen. Oh no, no. Oh, well played, good sir. Well played. Oh man. That was just about the worst thing that could happen. Oh man. Oh, they were all lined up for it too, just like a nice little... Everyone got a piece of me. Oh, and I'm frozen too. Now we're stuck here. This is just awful. Okay, let's get ourselves out of this sticky situation. Okay, and let's see how what are we gonna do next here? Let's get him. Oh no, gotta run! Oh no! Oh, GG. That was a shame. Oh, too bad. It was a good match we had there. All right. I will do one more match if anyone's interested. And if not, I'll play the AI. I just want to try and get one more chance to test a new level. So I'll pick a new team. We'll do one more match and we'll call it a stream. All right, let's see here. Let's go with Squirrel Hurlers. Let's see. That'll be fun. Okay, whoever's ready. Last match of the day. And I'll give it a few seconds in case anyone wants to join. And then I'm going to go ahead and test it, and we'll see if we get one of our new levels here. Yeah, so for those joining us or just new to the stream here, this is Summoner's Fate. I'm Ross. I developed this game, and today we were creating new levels together with our community, and we added them to the game just about a half hour or so ago. And now we are playtesting to try out the new levels in the multiplayer. So pretty exciting. All right, we're going to do Battle AI. And this will be our last battle for today. Hopefully it's a new level. Come on, new level. Ah! We just did this one. I'm going to concede, and then I'm going to go and try it again. We're going to re-roll. Re-roll! Re-roll that level. All right, let's try one more time. Maybe we'll get a new level this time. The great thing about playing the AI, I can keep rolling to get the levels I want. Dun, 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 dun. What do we got here? Yes, this is a new level. All right. Excellent. So this is the new snow level. So slightly larger map. This is a 6x9. Looks like we're facing off against the orcs. So kind of cool. This map gives a little bit more space, a little more breathing room to try things out. All right. And let's go ahead. I cannot... Oh, these guys positioned behind the barricades. I can't see them. So let's move them up into line of sight radius. Wow. Good starting positions for everybody there. All right. Let's move the bear up over here. We're going to fork around. We're going to create a suicide wolf. Here we go. This is going to be awesome. Oh, wait. I forgot he's got the knockback. That was good. Okay. That's going to cleanse himself the damage. Here come the goblins. Kind of interesting. He's got the majority of his forces all clustered over here. Looks like he's kind of starting to snake around a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead with boom, and then yes, let's make a treant over here. Super squirrel. There we go. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna play this here. Let's go with archer here. I'm going to go ahead and slap this guy down here. And then we're going to go maul these two guys. And then bash on the... You know what? Do I want to get this guy or do I want to get this goblin? Yeah, I'm not worried about the goblin. He's not going to do anything to us. Go for the kills. Alright. Let's see what the orcs come back. What is the mountain troll doing over here? He's like hiding in the corner. Okay. AI is thinking. Oh, fire shield. And dragon's breath. Ah! Fire shield is a brutally powerful card. So anytime he gets melee attack, he sets people on fire. Just going down to town on my guys here. Alright, let's see here. I guess we'll, alright, let's bombard this guy. Take that guy out. Let's take this guy out. Let's, do we have any mana left to breed the squirrels? We do not. Alright, let's shoot this guy. Do this here. Go, tree, go! Ah, it burns! Get the bear in there. Ah, it burns! Alright, and turn. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty good. We lost 2 guys doing that, but we did 8 damage, so... I'm feeling good about this. Ah, it burns! Oh dear. Orcs are coming back with a vengeance here. Ow! Ow! Ouch! Alright, here. the bunnies. Free the bunnies. No two bunnies are not on fire. Alright, that's GG. Oh, it's not. He's got a guy there. Alright, let's jump on. Alright. So there you go. We had a great stream today. We made 5 new levels with our community. We added 5 new levels to the game pre-release. So if you got the game, enjoy the new levels. I will be back again next week with another developer stream. Feel free to share in the Discord or the forums what you'd like to see for next week, and I'll do my best to make it happen. Guys, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Thank you so much for your support. It's been awesome. All right, I'll see you guys next week.